Welcome to another episode of No Rolls Barred Plays Blood on the Clocktower. I'm Adam, and I'm joined by Carly.
Hello.
Dom.
Hello.
Mara.
Hey.
Blair.
Hello.
Brooke.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
Sullivan.
Hello.
Tempest.
Hello.
Tom.
Hello.
And our very special guest storyteller from the Pandemonium Institute, the Edgar Allan Poe of pitting friend against foe, Daddy Ben.
Very nice.
Hey.
Good one.
Oh, thanks, gang. I appreciate that. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Once upon a midnight dreary, while you ponder weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, as you're nodding, nearly napping, suddenly there comes a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at your cottage door. 'Tis some visitor, you mutter, tapping at my cottage door. Only this, and nothing more. Good night. So, Daddy Ben, just between us ghoul friends, let's go around our town and see whomst we are dealing with. Starting with Blair, our cannibal.
Cannibal, whose ability is, you have the ability of the most recently killed executee. If they are evil, you are poisoned until a good player dies by execution. So, quite simply, each night, Blair will have the ability of whoever was executed and killed most recently. If that player is a good player, then we'll wake Blair up and do whatever that good player's character's ability would be. If that player is evil, then Blair is poisoned, and we'll probably use that poisoning to simulate whatever that evil character is bluffing as.
Delightful. Mara, our noble.
Noble, it's a simple one this. You start knowing 3 players, one and only one of which is evil. Not really much to say about that. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, it's nice to have some starting info in the town, just to make it a little less complicated. So we've seen this character be bluffed as, but I don't believe we've ever had a proper one on the script unless I'm wrong. Sullivan is our cult leader.
Sullivan, the cult leader. Each night you become the alignment of an alive neighbour. If all good players choose to join your cult, your team wins. So it's a 2-parter that. Quite simply, each night Sullivan may change alignment to become the alignment of one of his neighbours. He is sat between a good and an evil player, so we're going to have some fun with that. However, each day Sullivan can try and form a cult. And if all good players vote to join the cult, regardless of what alignment Sullivan is, and regardless of whether or not those players are living or dead, if all the goodies vote to join the cult leader's team wins.
So we decide what alignment Sully is, because he's sat between good and evil. We basically decide what alignment Sullivan's going to be every single day.
Yeah, it can change every night if we want it to, as things currently stand. We probably won't do that. We'll probably turn the cult leader evil at some point relatively early, because evil always start the game losing. And this evil team is especially starting the game losing because their minion doesn't have a specific power. So we'll probably use Sully as a sort of balancing mechanic. But if evil start dominating, then maybe we'll flip him back to good at some point.
Delightful. And of course, if Sullivan's an evil cult leader and he says, I want to join a cult, and literally all of the good players join that cult, all the live good players, I assume?
No, it has to be all the good players. It's not a nomination vote, so living or dying is not relevant. It's a cult vote. So if all living and dead good players choose to join the cult, whatever team Sully is now on wins.
Great. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun with that. He is the greatest showman. We have our imp, Tempest. His first time in the demon chair.
Yep, it's a classic. Each night, choose a player, they die. If you kill yourself this way, a minion becomes the imp. What's interesting here is, and we're going to see this in a second, is it's possible for Tempest to kill himself in the night and have someone who had no idea they were evil suddenly become the imp.
Delightful. Because we do have John, who is not an evil lycanthrope. He is, in fact, the marionette.
Yep, so we've got him set to evil lycanthrope as things stand to make our life a little easier, but we could just switch this over to the marionette token. The marionette's ability is, you think you are a good character, but you are not. The demon knows who you are, you neighbour the demon. So when we were setting up this game, we didn't put any other evil tokens in the bag except for the imp, and whoever landed next to the imp was going to be the marionette. In this case, it's John. John's going to think that he's the lycanthrope. We're going to continue to treat him as though he's the lycanthrope, but for the entire game, his ability won't do anything because he isn't. He is, in fact, the marionette, and he neighbours Tempest. And on night one, we're going to tell Tempest, John is your minion and he is the marionette. And it's up to Tempest whether or not he'd like to string him along. Having someone who thinks they're a lycanthrope, who is actively not getting any kills, can be incredibly useful to the evil team. So I'm very keen to see what Tempest does with that.
Especially as well because it's John. Lovely
Yeah.
John, who, and we're going to, at some point, Tempest is probably going to approach him and say, oh, by the way, you're evil. And whether or not John believes him is something that, well, it's, in terms of historical record, it should at least be something to see. Because
Yep.
John has had a dodgy track record recently with believing the character that we tell him that he is. It's wonderful. Just for the audience at home who might not have seen the lycanthrope before, even though it is not technically in the game, what does a lycanthrope do? Just so John knows exactly what he's bluffing.
The lycanthrope, when it's not a marionette, is actually pretty scary. Its ability is each night, choose a living player. If good, they die, but they are the only player that can die tonight. So when lycanthrope's in play, they're the one controlling kills at night, unless they're drunk, poisoned, or they try to kill an evil player, in which case the evil team then gets to choose kills. So it can be quite terrifying for an evil team.
And now, after having supped on too much communion wine, we have Tom, our drunk choir boy. You hate to see it.
So, yeah, the choir boy is inextricably linked with the king. If the demon kills the king, you learn which player is the demon, plus the king. So, Tom is basically there so that if the king is killed by the demon, the choir boy immediately wakes up and learns who the king is, but Tom isn't the choir boy, he's the drunk, so we'll immediately wake up Tom and lie to him about who the demon is. It's quite rare for the choir boy to get activated because the fear of the choir boy is enough usually for the demon to just avoid killing the king, but Tempest is like relatively new, so he might just go for it, and if he does, that will be hilarious because the choir boy is the drunk.
What kind of demon would immediately kill the king? No one that I can think of. No experience, Blood on the Clocktower players.
Exactly.
So, Tempest does have quite a few parachutes here, I've noticed. Obviously, because he's the imp, so he can star pass. He has a drunk choir boy, so he's pretty safe there from the king, even though he doesn't know that. Sullivan could turn evil at any moment. The only major thing that I think could really kind of hamper Tempest early on is if he comes out to John and John doesn't believe him, which would be absolutely sensational. Speaking of drunkenness, of course, we have our sweetheart, Brooke Bourgeois.
Brooke, when you die, one player is drunk from now on. It's very simple, really. When Brooke dies, we'll pick a player to be drunk, and we'll probably base that on, where things stand at the time.
Yeah. It is quite a boozy town, because next up we've got Dom the Sailor.
Dom the Sailor. Each night, choose a live player. Either you or they are drunk until dusk. You can't die. So, we've had this one a few times now. The way to read that ability is to read it backwards. You can't die. The sailor can't die. However, each night the sailor will choose a player, and either that player or the sailor is drunk. If that player is drunk, then that player is drunk. If the sailor is drunk, then obviously their ability, which is you can't die, is no longer functioning, and the sailor can die. It's a good one on this script because it's sort of provable, but there's also a leech as one of the demons, so it's possible, if Dom survives an execution, that he may be accused of being the leech.
Excellent. And finally, God save our gracious king. It's Carly. She's returning to No Rolls Barred Plays Blood on the Clocktower after a little bit of a leave of absence, but she's back and in royal fashion.
Indeed. Carly the King. Each night, if the dead outnumber the living, you learn one live character. The demon knows who you are. So we're about to start the game, and when that happens, we're going to tell Tempest that Carly is the king, because the demon knows who the king is. However, if Tempest leaves Carly alive, once the dead begin to outnumber the living, we will wake Carly up each night and tell her a live character that is in play. And that's incredibly powerful information. It's some of the most powerful information in the game. So Tempest is going to have a decision to make. Leave Carly alive and let her get information, or kill her and risk the wrath of the choir boy. that doesn't exist.
The Wrath of the Choir Boy.
Yeah, it's the name of my new death metal band.
And finally, the final bit of information we need to convey to our lovely audience watching at home are Tempest's 3 bluffs that are not in play.
All right, we've got a couple of very active bluffs here that will require Tempest to come visit us. But before that, Seamstress. Once per game at night, choose 2 players, not yourself. You learn if they are the same alignment. That's nice and simple. Seamstress wakes up at night, chooses 2 players, gets a yes or a no, dependent on whether or not they're on the same team. It's a good one to bluff as if you're saying you haven't used it yet, because then people will want to keep you alive, but you can't keep that going forever, so you often tend to see them handed to minions.
Great.
We have Le Fisherman. Once per game during the day, visit the storyteller for some advice to help you win. That's a great bluff because you can say that the advice was anything you like, and it could possibly be
Sully's the demon.
Yeah. However,
what kind of advice does the storyteller normally give? What do you normally give to a fisherman, a legit fisherman?
Yeah, the key thing is that it's advice. It's not a character's ability. It's not like one of your neighbours is evil or something like that. It's usually something like I think.
Was that you doing an impression of yourself as a storyteller?
It was me doing an impression of an intermediate storyteller as opposed to an expert one, such as me, Adam.
Oh yeah, pwn those fucking noobs. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it will be advice. It'll be something like you should heed the advice of Mara, or you should beware of executing people today, or something like that. It'll be slightly cryptic advice. So if Tempest does visit us, I'll probably just mention to him that it would be advice and not just some sort of ability that we've made up.
Sure.
However, speaking of abilities that we've made up, the Amnesiac, whose ability is you don't know what your ability is. Each day, privately guess what it is. You learn how accurate you are. So we'd invent a literal ability for the Amnesiac. It would usually be something quite powerful, because the Amnesiac might not figure out what it is. So that's the reward for them figuring out what it is. And each day, the Amnesiac would come visit the storyteller and say, does my ability pertain to alignment or something like that? And we'll tell them if they're warm or cold. And if they get it right, we'll say bingo, and then they know what their ability is. Another great bluff for evil, because you can just make up anything you like and sort of justify whatever worldview you want via that.
I've seen, I believe it was Carly as our leech, had a great time just throwing a load of amnesiac information out. It's very distracting because it also gives the rest of the group a puzzle to solve. Yeah. And I think that's really, really tempting. It's really, it's something that people really want to zero in on and just like try and unpick, and it just wastes so much time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magic. All right, well, let's go and speak to our dear, sweet demon. Let's go and find Tempest.
Hello. What's all this then?
Oh, feeling a little bit evil tonight, am I?
Are you feeling a little bit evil, Tempest?
Just a wee bit evil.
Just a dram, governor. So congratulations on being the demon for the first time. How do you feel?
I don't know. This is a real interesting hodgepodge of characters to go up against, some of which I feel confident against, some I don't. So I think it'll all kind of hinge on who my minions might be. So I'm crossing my fingers real hard right now.
Marvelous. All right, well, we do have some information for you, Daddy Ben.
Lovely.
We've got quite a lot of information for you, actually, Tempest, so bear with us and brace yourself. So, first of all, you're the imp, obviously, so don't forget you can kill yourself in the night and pass it along if you want to, if you feel like the heat is on. The person you'll be passing it along to in that instance will be your minion, John. John is the marionette. Now, have a read of the marionette's ability. The gist of it is that John does not know that he is your minion or on the evil team. He thinks he's something else, but he is in fact the marionette. If you wish, you can tell John that he's the marionette, or if you like, you can allow him to continue thinking that he is something else. That's totally up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
He is
I follow.
He is your sleeper agent. You may activate him whenever you like. But the question is, Tempest, will John believe you?
That is a very solid point, Adam. John and I don't believe, have ever spoken.
Oh, great.
Wow.
It's going to be quite baptism of fire then.
So, yeah, your bluffs are Seamstress, Fisherman, and Amnesiac.
Ooh.
So the
Good.
3 good ones there. If you're going to bluff Fisherman or Amnesiac, don't forget to come visit me each day, because those characters would be visiting the Storyteller. The Fisherman needs to visit the Storyteller once to get their advice. The Amnesiac would be visiting every day to try and guess what their ability is.
Right. I gotcha. I follow.
Okay.
Good
Your
lad,
last
Tebs.
piece of information is that Collie is the king.
Very interesting.
So that's a part of the king's ability. The king is
Yep.
very powerful, but just if you're thinking about killing Collie, have a little read of the choir boy first, because the choir boy may be in play.
Yes. Adam, would you recommend killing the king on the first day?
Kill the king the first day, mate. Don't be a coward.
They'll never see it coming.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you feeling?
Fine. Pretty good. Not seasick anymore.
You're looking a little thirsty, if you don't mind me saying, Dom. Would you care to invite one of our lovely town out for a beverage?
Let's see. Who would be good? Obviously I know nothing. So I'm gonna go for Blair.
Blair.
Currently making Blair drunk doesn't do anything, so let's make Blair drunk. Let's give Dom the chance to survive execution, because it's that everybody gets something out of that. Dom gets to survive execution, which he'll be happy about, if he's executed, of course. But the evil team also gets somebody who looks like they might be a leech.
Hello, Mara.
Yeah.
very, very crotchety. Not a morning person, I see.
Sorry, I was looking at the clouds. Hello.
Okay, hello. So Noble, it's a simple one, but it's a powerful one.
Yes, I'm
you
very
learn
pleased.
that one of these 3 reprobates is more of a reprobate than the other, and those 3 reprobates are Dom,
I mean, it's
Tom,
obviously Dom.
and John. I've just realised that we've picked 3 players that sound like they're part of some sort of variety act or something.
It does sound like a vaudeville sketch,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, Dom, Tom, and John.
As the daybreak light is dawning, suddenly a cry of mourning strips you of your slumber and compels you through the door. There in the square, a gruesome sight. 2 men slain in dead of night, perhaps by some demonic sprite. 2 storytellers left in gore. In their blood, a simple treatise, one last message they implore. Find the demon, or there'll be more.
Very
Rhymes?
good. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very good.
Thank you.
Who would kill these? Who would kill these clearly talented rhyming storytellers?
Never.
That wouldn't get old.
Pair of poets dropping dead.
Oh dear.
What ho, we only speak in rhyme. We will do it all the time.
Oh no!
I think it's now the time that we do another crime.
Yeah.
Ben, you are now contractually obligated to rhyme.
Oh no, the situation's
thank
gotten
God.
worse. It has spread our terrible curse.
Oh,
Sake.
stop!
Let's go talk.
Oh no, they've come back as ghosts. Oh,
Do they
annoying
rhyme?
ghosts.
I'd just like to announce that
God.
this will be my last game with Nerol's Bard now.
It's been fantastic, it really has. Thank you so much for your service.
Entirely fair. I have some information.
Oh.
You're the demon.
No. Yes.
Be
No.
a quick game.
Yeah, quick game. I'm tired. Let's all go to bed.
I don't recommend outing yourself as demon in day 1. I've tried it. It's fun.
Try it.
It's okay.
John, I thought it was great.
Shut up, Blair.
Still reeling from politics, I believe. But anyway, so there is a Baron, so you don't have to freak out about all the other minions. Yes.
So you're
Oh
an
god.
outsider.
I
So
am
there's
an
4
outsider.
outsiders.
Just to
2.
clarify, there should be, on this script, because there are 9 of you, not the usual 10, there
Yeah.
should be 2 outsiders.
Yes. So that means
By
that there
default.
Normally.
only 3 actual
Wait.
townsfolk.
What? What? How do you know there's a baron?
So there should be
No.
two. There
Two.
should be 2
How
outsiders
do
in
you
an
know
I play
there's
game.
4 outsiders?
No, there are
So
only
it should
2
be-
outsiders.
Brooke?
Wait, but
So
you're
there's
claiming
no
What are you
Baron.
Baron.
saying?
I am claiming to be an outsider. I'm not going to tell you which one I am, but
No,
I am an
yes,
outsider.
but there should be 2 outsiders, so that doesn't prove a baron.
Yes, that proves a baron.
What?
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't.
There should be
No, it doesn't.
already 2 outsiders. Brooke.
No! Oh, I'm so
Brooke,
sick.
go back to
Proves
sleep.
nothing. This proves nothing, Brooke.
All
Well,
right,
thank
well,
you.
I'm
Thank you
an
for your
outsider.
evidence. We'll consider that on the case. Maybe it'll come up in court, but probably not.
All right, so I'm sick, but I'm an outsider. It's fine. Ignore me. Have a lovely time.
I
Everybody
think
would
we
like to
know.
chat.
I think now we know why you're an outsider.
Brooke, there is only one outsider you can be that is not either you wouldn't know or is madness to reveal.
No,
There's
there are
two.
2. There are 2.
No,
There are
there's
2.
2.
There's the saint or the
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah, but why would you say that you're the sweetheart? That's terrible.
Headphones?
Wait, she
I
hasn't
mean,
said
I'm
She
not
hasn't
saying
said
that
she's
I'm
a
a
sweetheart.
That's what I'm saying. So she's got to be saint, otherwise that's absolutely mental.
Well,
Yeah.
she said she's an outsider. She hasn't said that she's a sweetheart.
Brooke thought it had to be a baron too, which would have been more relevant information.
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
thought that I had more important information than I did. I don't.
Oh,
It's
Brooke.
fine.
Oh, Brooke.
All right, cool.
Brooke
It's
is
fine.
just drunk.
You figured out which outsider I am. I'm gonna have a lovely time. I'm just gonna go and pray. Have a nice time, everybody.
Should we
Okay.
execute Brooke? We're all thinking it.
Brooke, do you want to
I
have a
something
chat,
else-
Brooke?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, let's have a chat. Where do you want to go, Tom?
Let's go to the set graveyard.
Hello, Tom.
What are you doing, mate?
I'm so sick. I'm so sick. I thought that there had to be. I was wrong. I'm very ill. But anyway, how are you, Tom?
I thought I was ill, but you have recalibrated my scale.
So I'm an outsider. You know who I am. Don't kill me.
I mean, do you want to tell me who you are?
Yeah, I'm the saint.
Okay. I'm going to try and not get caught in too many round and round ways of thinking, because your whole barren blunder makes me think, oh, this is a genuine person who's made a beef. But then there's
Yeah.
something about hearing the word saint which just instinctively makes you think, oh, that's the most basic and easiest demon bluff.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, you can go ahead and kill me, and then we'll lose the game.
Oh yeah, I was going to say no, mate. We absolutely cannot go ahead and kill you.
So
if you're telling
I'm
the truth.
very sick. Do you want to tell me anything, Tom?
I do want to tell you something, but whether I will tell you something remains to be seen. So, I don't have any information that I want to share yet, but
Okay.
I do know something, other than the fact that I think you need some help, mate.
I'm actually feeling pretty open today. There's really not much purpose in me hiding because the demon already knows who I am. I am the king. I'm looking
Okay.
potentially for a choir boy if there is one, about just to help support them in whatever they need. But also, I would rather keep them hidden if I can.
Right.
Are you my choir boy, John?
I am not your choir boy, but I might be able to help you because, seeing as you're my royal majesty, I am your fool. So I imagine I prance around in
okay.
your court and do tricks. Which means the first time I die, I don't.
We can kill you. We can kill
You
you
can kill
for
me.
Vortox.
Yes.
For
I
Vortox,
think
that'll
that'd
be
be very
awesome.
wise.
Would you like to just hear who I am?
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Because I think I'm going to tell everyone this evening. I didn't want to
Okay.
tell everyone straight away. But I'm the cult leader.
Okay.
I'm going to try and start a cult.
Of course you are.
It's gonna be weird. Oh, it's gonna be weird. Oh, you won't want to join this one.
Okay.
But yeah, I can turn evil if an evil player becomes my neighbor. I don't have to become evil if an evil player is my neighbor, but I can become evil.
So you can choose to.
Oh no, it's not my choice. It's the storytellers. They just choose for me.
Ah, right.
Do you want to divulge any information? Don't feel like you have to, because I've given out this information. Because I'm going to give out the information to the rest of the town later on.
Fine.
So I don't
Well,
want to
I'll-
pressure you.
I can tell you this. I am. I'm good.
Great.
I'm one of those good characters that's like potentially useful, but also potentially less than useful. Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. In fact, I'll give you three possibles.
Great.
I'll give you three possibles. I'm either the sailor, the cannibal, or the fool.
I'm going to tell you, and only you, this to begin with.
Okay.
I am the noble.
Oh, okay.
I got Dom, Tom, and John. Yes, they all rhyme.
Oh, fun. Okay.
I'm going to tell other people that I am the noble, but I'm not going to tell anyone else my three pings.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, cool. I'm happy to tell you who I am.
Sure.
I trust you. I am the cannibal.
Oh, nice.
So
Ooh, we should kill
we
me.
need to try to peel. Yes. Yeah.
Because then
we
you
can
get.
kill you. Then I get 3 more names. Yeah.
I can basically tell you my role. I'm going to speak to the group fairly shortly, but I wanted to chat to everyone individually, as many as possible individually before I did that. However, if I'm not going to learn anything from you, then it's not, I don't know, it's not really that worth it. But, you know what, I may as well tell you. Can you tell me anything? Like, literally anything?
I can tell you, very broadly speaking, that I know some stuff already. That's about as much as I can go. I think because this is a potential marionette game.
God.
It's made me very not suspicious is the wrong word, but it's made me more wary of my neighbours than I would normally be.
I had not even thought about that. That's a fair point.
But I can tell you I know some stuff already. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been approached by Tempest or you, so if I am a marionette, I haven't been told. I'm going to tell you I am the fool. I've been going around telling everyone that. I do have a fun plan that I want to unpack in the town square in a bit. But yes, I am townsfolk. And I'm just trying to get as much information from people as possible before. Because I think any information gathered before I unleash my plan will be more useful than information afterwards.
Do you want to do like 3 for 3?
Sure, let's do a 3 for 3.
Cool. All right. So I am either the cannibal, the fisherman, or the seamstress.
Okay. One sec.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibal, seamstress, and fisherman, you said?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna hard claim to you.
Okay, let's do it.
I think I just would rather have somebody know and maybe hopefully have someone to help work out this puzzle with me.
Okay.
Because I'm the amnesiac.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm in for a rough day. Potentially.
Okay.
Maybe I can figure this out. I'm going to go... Right. I wanted to talk to someone to at least, maybe brainstorm a quick idea before going and talking to the storytellers.
Yes.
But I'm getting a number each night.
You're getting a number?
Yeah, that's all I'm getting. Yeah.
Okay, what was the number that you got?
So the number on the first day that I got was 0.
0.
So, could mean basically anything.
Yeah. It could be, it could be anything to do with, like, how many evil players are sat next to you.
That was one of the first things I thought.
Next to each other. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, like, tomorrow, depending on the number that you get then.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can maybe brainstorm some more specific things.
Right.
Do you want me to hard claim to you as well?
That's totally up to you. I won't push it, but if you feel
trust
so trusting.
You.
Okay.
Yeah, I trust you. I'm the cannibal.
Okay.
So far, I have told Mara and you that I'm the cannibal. I've not told anyone else. Plan is to kill Mara today so that I can get her power in the night. Because that would be helpful.
I've got a nice chill roll this time. I'm the noble. That's what I'm telling people. Because it's true.
I love that follow-up.
I've only told one person my pings. That's all I'm going to go to tell one person my pings until later in the game.
Oh, cool. Interesting. I like that. I like that a lot.
So I can't I can't make up what I'm saying later on. I can't be like a minion going these people, because I've already told somebody exactly what.
That's very good. That's very good. I wanted to have a day of chats where people can all just chat to each other and but then I'm going to tell everyone that I'm the cult leader.
Are you evil?
I'm a goodie.
Sorry, I said the thing. That was accidental. I said the thing to the man who says the thing.
Oh, amazing! That's brilliant. But no, I'm a goodie right now.
Cool. Because if you were evil, this would be great. I'd know it was Tempest.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be really useful information, actually.
So I debated doing a fun bluff thing, but I actually just don't think it's advantageous. I am our king, so the demon already knows who I am. So if you're evil, fun. If not, it's kind of a moot point. But I think it's more helpful for people to know in general. So basically, if the dead outnumber the living, I learn a live character each day, so I can be really confirming towards the end of the game. But often, more importantly, there could be a choir boy. And if the demon kills me because they know who I am at the beginning of the game, the choir boy would learn who the demon is. It's not a guarantee that I have a choir boy, but I'm looking out for one. But if there was a choir boy, there has to be a king. And so it just depends on how I was put in play.
So it's no guarantee that there is a choir boy, but so the king doesn't guarantee the choir boy does guarantee the king.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, but keep in mind that, and I say this in a fully forthcoming way, the demon knows that there is a king, or there's not a king inherently, because they always know who the king is. So there are, but the choir boy always has to have a king. So a demon could not simply be like, I am a king. And they could say that they're a king looking for a choir boy and try to do a setup with a minion or something like that. But there would be there would be two kings if there is a choir boy. Are you going to tell me anything before we have to go?
Nope. But tomorrow,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
What are you thinking? You gonna go fisherman or amnesiac?
Amnesiac. So
Okay,
this is
cool.
purely performative.
So, what are you gonna say happened last night with your ability?
I'm saying that you guys are giving me numbers, and that on the first number I received a 0, or on the first night I received a 0.
Interesting. What do you think you're gonna say was your guess?
I think I'm going to say on the first one that it's pairs of evil players sitting next to each other. I've also got a number of dead evil players that have nominated.
Well, keep in mind that these are all abilities that already exist, so we wouldn't ever make that your amnesiac ability. It would be something unique.
I see.
I hear you've got a new cat. Papa's got a brand new cat.
I do. Would you like to meet the new cat?
Yes.
Catley, come here. Come here,
Catley?
Catley.
Oh.
This is Catley.
Hello.
He is an old boy, very needy with some skin problems and needs to be looked after for a bit.
Man, that's a hard mood from me. I completely get it, Ketley. I completely get it.
Hi, Catley. Yeah, he loves pets. He gets aggressive about wanting pets, though. And he's a bit clumsy.
Oh.
And,
Hi, Ketley.
Yep.
You just gonna show your butthole to everybody?
No, don't show your butt to everyone. That would be rude.
Ketley.
Inappropriate.
Ketley, no.
No, Ketley.
Yeah, so you're the saint, you're claiming, right?
Yeah, I'm the saint.
Okay, yeah. I thought the religious thing was pretty clear. I'm glad, because if you were the sweetheart, that would have been wild.
That would be insane. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you might still, if I could see your face, you might be smiling at the camera being like, that'd be insane. And I did it. But I won't know.
I hope my genuine beefing is enough to clear my stupid religious conscience. Jesus Christ.
So I am the fool.
You're the fool.
So I can die once. But I do have a fun plan. I've got a fun plan, which I'm very excited about. But I just wanted to chat to as many people as possible pre-unveiling the plan, because I think the information I get pre-planned is more useful than the information I get post-plan, if that makes
Nice.
sense. It probably
Okay.
doesn't, but it will make sense, hopefully.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm on board. I love a little bit of tomfoolery, which would work
Yeah.
better if you were Tom, but you're John.
More like John Foolery, am I right?
There you go. That's it.
We've got it. We've done it.
For reasons I have, I trust you at present.
Okay.
So, well, I can tell you, I'm the sailor. I'm the sailor.
If you don't mind me asking, who have you chosen to drink with you?
Well, last night I did pick Blair.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, because since you've told me that, with Blair specifically, I'm happy to hard claim to you tomorrow once I talk with Blair again.
Okay.
So, there are 9 of you alive. As I'm sure you're aware, that means 5 votes required today. Do feel free to chat amongst yourselves, but nominations are open.
This could be the worst thing I've ever done. I don't think it is, because I've outed myself as a demon before, so I think we're pretty safe. So, as far as I'm aware, I'm sorry to everyone I spoke to. I lied to everyone I spoke to today. I'm not the fool.
Okay.
But I have a reason for lying to you all. So, far as I'm aware, unless I'm drunk, I am. And bear in mind, everyone, that this is random, guys. This is a game where the roles are decided randomly. I, who make my living running the game Werewolf, have been given the role Lycanthrope. First time I've ever done it, but it's random. It's random, isn't it? Of course it's random.
That was random.
So
You literally
random.
cannot hand tokens out in this new app yet.
I'm sure you can't, Ben. I'm sure you can't. But it's random. I want everyone to understand that. But I am the Lycanthrope.
What a coincidence.
And so what that means is I get to choose a player every night, and if it's a good player, a townsfolk, they die instead of whoever the demon chose. Which means if I'm not drunk, there's basically a few reasons this might not work, but if I'm not mistaken, that means the good team can control who dies. Which is why I wanted to chat to everyone with a non-threatening character, why I lied about being the fool, to figure out as many roles that people claimed as possible. So we've got a good position to, hopefully, if you trust me, to pick off a few people who are good, as long as they're not
Why
very
would
useful
you-
roles. And then if I'm not lying or drunk or poisoned, we can control who dies. And if we're really lucky, if we've got a leech game, we might pick the person who has been poisoned by the leech. So if that's all right, I would like to propose that we do that. And anyone I've got a few people whose roles they've told me who I know can die. I won't out them, but who would be a good way to test me, and also to kill an innocent player who isn't getting any more information.
I'm in support of that plan. I think, I think your full bluff has made me kind of suspicious a bit, John. So if we can test you and prove you, that would be lovely for me.
Yeah, and if we kill someone and that like we choose a person and I go to try and kill them and they don't die, there's only a few things that can mean. I'm drunk, I'm poisoned by the leech, or they're evil.
But John, I don't think you should tell everybody.
Two of those mean it's probably worth killing me anyway. Because if I'm poisoned by the leech, kill me. If I'm drunk, kill me. And if they're evil, after you've killed me, you could kill them.
If you're going to tell people who you're going to target, it might be worthwhile to tell only a couple people in private, like that we can all know what's happening and confirm or not. But if you just say out loud who they're intending to target, and for whatever reason, something like you just might give away too much information about actually testing it, is what I would be worried about. I'm also worried about just you dying if this is real.
Well, if it's real, I won't die because they can't kill me as long as I pick a townsfolk. Because my kill will happen instead of.
Right.
So I'm pretty much safe from being killed by
yeah.
the demon unless I'm drunk or poisoned, or we pick an evil player.
I still think it might be worth for the test not to share everything, but I don't know.
I don't know why.
You do
I
you.
feel like as a group we should just decide on someone to kill.
Well, then it's not only the good players deciding on who gets killed, because 2 of the evil players will weigh in on that.
Yeah.
That's true, but I mean, you might have all lied to me, but I have quite a few roles now that you've claimed that are worth. Certainly, one of which is definitely worth killing early doors, because it's the information is all used up. But you might have lied to me because I lied to you. That would be understandable.
Similarly, we do probably also have to execute if there is a potential Vortox.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has received any information that is confusing yet
it'd be
to
good.
indicate. Yeah.
It'd be good to know as soon as possible if we have a vortex. But
Yeah.
so if anyone has any information regarding that, that would be great. Cool, thanks.
Would you like to hear some of my information that I would like to share with all the group, please?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, Sully.
Hello, everybody. I've decided I want to start a cult. Who would like to join me?
Oh, God.
Would anyone like to join my lovely
Yay.
little cult? Anybody?
Wait, what does this
joining.
mean?
I know that.
So Sullivan is claimed to be the cult leader. This is a very simple ability. So when the cult leader decides to start a cult vote, if all good players agree to join the cult, living or dead, then the cult is formed and the cult leader's team wins. However, each night the cult leader will change to be the alignment of one of their living neighbours. So if Sullivan is the cult leader, and if either Mara and or Tempest is evil, then it's possible that Sullivan might have turned evil last night.
So it is possible for the game to end right now if this vote goes a certain way.
If Sullivan is a sober and healthy cult leader, and all good players vote, then the game will end right now, and Sullivan's team will win.
That's my mechanical question.
Do we all raise our hand to risk it?
My flavour question. Sullivan, what's your cold offering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got little sandwiches, and we've got a big ball pit. And yeah.
Is this
I mean,
DashCon?
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, this is literally just DashCon. with better catering.
Someone pissed in the ball pit.
Well, nothing went wrong with DashCon, so let's go.
Here we go.
I fully expect this cult not to happen right now.
John
but who
is
knows?
not in.
No, I mean, I
Nor
don't
is
want to end the
Carly.
game either way. That's terrible content, guys.
A cult was not formed.
I didn't talk to Tempest, so I don't know if Tempest is evil, so I don't want to vote on that.
I think Tempest. Well, yeah. I do think we should kill someone during the day. And I have
100%.
spoken to someone who is okay with dying today. Is that still the case, Mara?
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't mind dying.
Cool.
Yeah.
I nominate Mara.
Okay, Blair nominates Mara. Tell us all about it.
Spoke to her very beginning, and she's used her power, and she's okay with dying, and I think we should kill someone because there might be a Vortox. So there we go.
Okay.
That's that.
Mara?
Please, no, don't. No, absolutely. You can kill me, it's fine.
Can we fail this vote and lycanthrope Mara?
That's the only reason I would want to not kill Mara.
I would much prefer to be executed.
5 required.
We could have a Vortox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
Vortox.
execute someone.
Yeah, that's just game over at that point.
This new
Yeah.
app is so slick. It looks great. Look how smooth
Yeah,
the clock
so
hand
cool.
is.
You're not even seeing the best feature, which is webcam support and private chat support. Mara
But I
is
love
on
the
the
little
board
token.
with 7. Yeah, the tokens are swish.
Can I just say I would really like the group to decide someone to try and kill during the night who is expendable, because Mara was the person I was going to opt in as lycanthrope to kill. She's the only person I know is not useful anymore. Role
Brooke,
wise.
are you an expendable outsider?
I would not say so.
That's
Dom.
No, definitely don't kill Brooke.
Aww.
okay. I'm going to change what token I have on you.
if it's Saint, yeah. Oh, that would be nice. That would be so nice.
That implies to me that it's not Saint.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's by execution, isn't it?
Yeah, but
yes.
the other one would stink. So
The
Oh,
other
so I
one
can
would
just
be
do that
bad.
then. Shall I just do Brooke?
No.
No.
No, but it's by execution, so it doesn't count.
No,
if I
that's not
like
what
it.
we're worried
But
about.
she's-
That's wrong outsider, bud.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
She
that
claimed
is-
Saint, but she is not Saint.
Yeah, Brooke has claimed Saint to me.
Honestly, John, if you're suspicious of anybody, it might be worth trying to do them and see if they die. That might be a better bet.
Yeah, you're an evil
Do you?
finder as well.
Ben,
Yes.
Someone you're
can I ask,
suspicious
can I ask a
of?
quick
don't know.
mechanical question in private?
Yes, lead the way.
Thank you. Library.
I think I might know what this is going to be.
Yeah, so if John picked me, but
Mhm.
I'm the sailor, what would happen?
Well, if you were immune to death, you wouldn't die, and so the evil team would get to kill someone.
Right, okay, so it still wouldn't nullify the minion, it wouldn't be like a no-kill night.
No, I don't think so. Actually, that is a very good question. I should probably look that up. Let me have a quick... Yeah,
An edge case.
It is an edge case.
It's an edge case.
Okay, it doesn't say in the rulebook, so I'm going to go with my gut and stick with the ruling that I gave, which is that in order for the lycanthrope's ability to function properly, the player has to die. If they don't die, then evil gets to kill.
Fair enough. Great. Okay, thanks.
I'm not really suspicious of anyone at the moment.
that's
I was trying to pick someone who I wasn't suspicious of that is worth killing, because I don't want to kill an evil player at this
understand.
point, because that won't help me.
Nope.
That would just look.
The
that
evil
could just
player
be
wouldn't die, and that's
Yeah.
why we would
which
know.
means the demon
Yeah.
would choose someone. The demon would choose whoever they want, and that means I might be poisoned, I might be drunk, I might have chosen an evil
For
player.
sure, but part of your ability could then be to detect that someone's evil.
It's
potentially,
more
if they
useful for me
didn't
to
die by
not
your ability.
to know that I'm not drunk and poisoned at this point before I start
Okay.
getting more confused.
I mean, Dom's not in the room. Let's put him forward.
Well, and also that
Yeah, that's
I will
right.
say,
Get him.
I will say, the two roles that he's claimed to me are not really worth keeping in the game.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Could do Dom.
sorry,
I have
Dom.
to say, you're a cadre of snakes. I love this.
I was only half
Oh,
joking.
He's left the room. Let's get him.
I was gonna say it while he was in the room, but
And I've heard he's shit as well.
Poor Dom.
I'm back, baby.
Dom,
I'm back.
how do you feel about you being killed by me, the lycanthrope, in the night?
There's a really good reason you shouldn't do that.
Okay. Just everyone you've spoken to said your rolls are crap.
It's like high school.
I can tell you right now why, if you like,
Can't say whatever.
but it will mean outing myself completely, which is potentially fine. I'm not bothered. Do you want me to tell you?
I mean, it's up to you, really. But
Well, no, it's up
whoever
to-
you've
like,
spoken to said that your
what I'm
rolls
gonna
aren't
say is-
that useful.
If you pick me, it will not be optimum for us.
Hold on a minute. Are you saying it's going to be sub-optimum?
I'm going to say it's going to be less than ideal.
Less than ideal.
Final
I'm
call.
saying if you use your power on me, the demon will probably get a kill.
What, because you're evil?
What? Because you're a minion.
He's claiming
No.
fool.
No.
No, fool is great. That
Oh,
just means
for
they
God's
don't
sake!
die.
I'm going to tell you, I can't bear this anymore. I'm the sailor, and what I just clarified with Ben is, if you pick me and I don't die, does that mean there's no kills, or does that mean the demon gets a kill? It'll mean the demon gets a kill.
Oh,
There are that's right. There are okay. Phil and Sailor are both on this. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
John,
right,
there's
okay.
John, there's so many ways that your thing could go wrong.
You know, I've got a whole list.
It could
I've got a
work.
list of 8 reasons
It
why it
could
could
work,
go wrong.
but it
They
might
are
not work.
fool, evil player, drunk me, sailor, marionette, leech, vortox, sweetheart. Those are 8
Vortox
reasons
wouldn't-
Drunk.
why this might not work.
Drunk. You could also be drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call
that's,
it in
that's
5.
number 3 on the list.
4,
Oh. Sorry.
3,
We're killing someone, right? We're killing Mara.
2.
Yeah, I'm dead.
So shall
Yeah.
I kill Dom,
1.
everyone?
Mara
Yeah.
is executed
Try.
and dies.
Try.
Yeah, shall I
Everybody
try and kill Dom?
hits the
yeah,
hay.
go for it.
All right, I'll get.
It's
I'll
not
do it.
advisable. It just means the demon will get a
Sounds
kill.
good.
Well, well, well.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining.
John is-
Everyone's being very open, which always makes for a fun, robust town square conversation, I find.
It's good to see John dominating the
I know, he's
conversation.
so
when
happy.
He's not even slightly the fucking like.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad when he finds out. It would be so good if he wins with evil without knowing he's evil. Would be beautiful.
Well, the thing is, knowing John as I do, John is occasionally quite stubborn. So the fact that he has got this plan in motion might mean that he is more resistant than usual to the idea that he might be evil, and if Tempest tries to recruit him, he might fight back more.
I mean, for the neutrals, it's amazing. I don't think either team's in the lead. I think Tempest is like not drawing any attention to himself, which is really good for him. But it's all going to depend on what happens tonight. Because if John said he's going to pick Dom, right? That means Tempest might also pick Dom. If that happens and Dom is sober, then no one will die, which will be quite interesting. Let's go see who Dom picks, because this is going to be... I'm inclined to keep Dom unkillable for now, because I think it'll be handy to have a frameable leech in our back pocket. But this all depends on who he picks, obviously. Yo ho ho, Dom.
Yo ho ho. And a bottle of rum.
And where is that bottle of rum going?
You know what? I'm I'm so livid. I'm so livid. Blair gave me 3 for 3, and of her 3, like one of the rolls she gave me could be messed up if that was made drunk. Assuming she's good. And the way she was so keen for John to pick me, having said what I said and explained why you shouldn't, and outing myself,
Dom.
I think I'm gonna drink with Blair again.
Dom.
I'm gonna get her drunk until she understands.
Dom, is this a spiteful drink?
It's a spiteful drink, yes, but it's also based on the suspicion that she might be evil.
Blair is drunk, which means that Blair will still be woken up and given Mara's role as the noble, but will be completely.
We could pretend that we erroneously believed Mara was bluffing as something else because Mara's evil. We could go down that route, but I think that would be a little too cruel to the good team. So I suggest we wake Blair up and give her some noble information, but we give her.
Can we frame Dom? Can we frame Dom? Please?
We definitely should frame Dom. I think we should go Dom, Brooke, Carly, because Carly's come out as king, which will have people suspicious. Brooke's begging not to die in the night, which is suspicious. Dom can't die, which is suspicious. So I think that's probably a good 3. And then Dom's in 2 noble pings now.
Hello, dear boys. I am letting my marionette just dance in front of the group.
What a loud puppet you've got.
Oh my goodness. Sure is, isn't he?
So, Tempest, what are you thinking?
Yes.
Who you know what John's plan is. You know the reasons why it might not succeed. What are you going to do?
In that case, I'm going to kill Brooke.
Well done, Tempest. That
Don't
was
hate that.
a good choice.
Do not hate that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone's drunk. What a pissed up town. No one is who they think they are. It's delightful.
So I think we assign this to Carly.
Oh man, that's rough.
I mean, we can perma-drunk Blair. So at this point, I think we've got to decide who's going to be the town's info, because Sullivan's getting info. Sullivan knows that his neighbor, at least one of his neighbors, has consistently been good so far. If Dom stops drinking with Blair, Blair is probably the most powerful info role because she can soak up other info roles. But I think now that the noble's gone, that was probably the strongest info that a cannibal was going to get.
Yeah.
So I think we perma-drunk the cannibal here.
I think so. I think that's a lot of fun because obviously the drunkenness will be different every night. I mean, Carly is probably going to be able to do proper detective work. So, right now, we are really choosing whether or not we help Evil out. I personally think just the way the game is going with this, we probably should leave Sullivan good.
Yeah, definitely.
Another time.
I mean, the alternative to that is turn him evil and then turn him good again so that he can get some info and play for good. But if we're going to do that, we have to do it relatively early. But yeah, I think for now, we leave Sully good for sure.
A full moon rises over the house of Gracie.
Hello.
Awoo. Who would you like to point your hairy fingers at?
I'm going to point my teeth and indeed my claws at Dominic Allen.
Okay. Dom it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is beautiful because of what Dom is. John's got no reason to start getting suspicious about his own ability.
It's perfect. It's really
this
good.
is all full.
Will today be the day that Tempest drops the bomb on John?
I don't think he will. I don't think he needs to.
Oh, I don't know. It's really tricky because John is doing a lot of distraction work, which is great. Oh, I can't wait for this next day.
Yeah, me neither. Brooke is dead, so I propose we tell Blair, Carly, Dom, Tom.
Absolutely.
And that's 2 people in the previous ping in this one.
Hello.
Hi.
Feeling hungry?
Yes, very, very hungry.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, good news. We've got some long pig for you.
Oh, great.
Well, Blair, you are a vegetarian, so we've got some imitation long pig for you.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful.
We've got some corn long pig here. So 3 players, one and only one of whom is evil, are Carly, Dom,
or
Tom.
Okay.
You wake and move into the town square to find a chilling sight. Packed to the gills with snow, the Edgar Allan Poe-sicle of Brooke.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that's bad for literally everyone.
John, did you make that happen?
It's good for me. No, I didn't.
Okay, I was the sweetheart. I wasn't the saint, so someone's drunk.
Okay.
Which could be... So, John, if you weren't drunk before, you could be drunk now. How fun.
So, with that sweetheart drunkening, that would only happen after Brooke died. So that couldn't have made me drunk.
So if we have a quick look at the Night Order, the lycanthrope acts before all of the demons.
Cool, okay. So I might be drunk now, but I'm probably already drunk or poisoned because I tried to kill Dom in the night as the lycanthrope.
Yes, and
which is really
like
good
I
news.
said, I'm the sailor, so it isn't going to work.
That does tell us, if both John and Dom are telling the truth, that whoever Dom picked last night is drunk.
You didn't pick me, did you, Dom?
I did not.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't pick you because you said you were the lycanthrope.
Yeah, okay, great. Which means I'm drunk or poisoned. Which means definitely kill me because I might be, if there's a leech, I might be
it doesn't. It doesn't. Because if you picked me and I'm the sailor and I'm not drunk, I can't die. And what I clarified with Ben yesterday was that if you had picked me and I can't die, does that mean there are no deaths in the night, or does it mean the demon still gets to kill? And it means the demon still gets to kill. It doesn't really prove anything.
That's annoying. Sorry.
But Mara's
yeah.
right that potentially, depending on who I've been drinking with, might be able to corroborate things a little bit. But for what it's worth, John, I believe you.
Yeah, I was hoping that I was drunk or poisoned. That's really
And
not
now
helpful.
Brooke
Not
is dead, so if we believe Brooke, which I believe Brooke, someone now is drunk.
I think I know who I would make drunk.
Who wasn't
That's
before.
fine.
So there's a lot of drunk now.
There's a lot of drunk.
There is a
Because
lot of drunk.
If there isn't a second outsider claim, there's either a drunk or a lunatic or a mutant in play. So there could already be a drunk in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blood on a Clocktower. How we love you.
Mara, would you like to go have a chat?
I would love that, Blair.
So I got 3 names last night.
Good.
2 of which are the same as ones that you've got. 1 of which is different. Ooh.
Interesting. Also, you might be drunk by the sweetheart, but let's not worry about that.
Oh yeah. There's always that possibility.
I'm gonna call you the Can Noble.
Oh, very nice. I like it.
So who did you get?
So I got Carly, Dom, and Tom. Dom is the only one of them that I got a social read of. I don't know.
This feels like John fumbling around as an actual lycanthrope rather than.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's because lycanthrope is such a hard role to play, so it's absolutely
really tough. Yeah.
absolutely no disrespect meant at all. I would hate to be lycanthrope. So much responsibility.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel I can trust you.
Yeah, I feel like I've shot my shot, and I don't think it's worked.
I'm confident that it hasn't worked because I'm the sailor. So I don't think you were drunk or poisoned.
Okay.
Unless this is a really clever move from you that you're actually evil and you picked me, even though I said I was a sailor, because then you knew it wouldn't work. So then you could say I'm definitely the lycanthrope, blah blah blah. But I don't think you.
I mean, more likely you're evil, and that's why it didn't work.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But what I will tell you is, the first night I drank with Blair, and then last night I drank with Blair again. So Blair is possibly drunk, unless I'm drunk. I think
so. You can't be drunk because you'd be dead if you were drunk.
Yes.
I just wanted to double check because nobody came to me in the night. Does that mean that I'm still good?
It means your alignment hasn't changed. We would let you know the
Right.
moment your alignment changes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check just because I presumed I must have died. But no, so it's just I'm all good. Everything's the same. Lovely. That's good news.
Did you get lonely, Sullivan?
I did.
Did you want me to come and see you in the night?
I did.
Did you? Is that why you slipped me your room key?
So you should probably know that I am the sailor, and I drank with you on the first night and last night.
Okay.
John picked me. I'm fairly confident that I didn't die because I'm not drunk, which means that you might be drunk. I don't know if that's the case now.
All right. Can you, as the sailor, do you? You have to choose an alive player. Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's annoying.
So who are you, Blair? Are you evil?
I'm not going to tell you. I don't trust you, Dom. I'm sorry.
Well,
sorry.
you're potentially in a position to test whether I've made you drunk or not. So maybe think on that.
I would really appreciate it if you would not drink with me tonight. I'll say that.
Well, you don't trust me, so why should I? You could be evil. And also, you were really keen for John to pick me, even though I explained the reasons that shouldn't happen.
Because I have a couple bits of information that point as you being potentially evil.
Like what?
Which is why I've spoken to Mara.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some potential there. So I don't fully trust you yet, Dom.
I don't
need
understand
a bit more...
what Mara would have said because I haven't spoken to Mara.
Well, go talk to Mara then. That's not for me to give you.
Hello. Are you willing to tell me who you were now that you're dead? I'm willing to fully tell you who I am without problem.
Well, I've been open with everyone. Well, open to a point. I'm the noble. I've told one person my pings and no one else.
Okay. Is that person Blair, just given your conversations?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. No, that's important to know, because otherwise, if it's not, I just assume so, given the immediacy.
I've been telling everyone else that it's Blair, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And so I'm the king. And so I might be a drunk king now. I do trust Brooke, just based on all the things.
Yeah, there's no other outsiders. She came out.
But it's really unfortunate because at this point, literally, any of us who weren't drunk before could be drunk now.
Yeah.
Which is really a deep misfortune. And so, so I'm the king. I'm curious if there's a choir boy.
Sullivan, I want to know absolutely everything you can tell me about your cult and how your cult operates.
All right. I can tell you. We haven't just got a ball pit and finger sandwiches. Whoa, that was last day's cult. We now have inflatable pool toys. We also have a pool, but no water in it yet. But we will get that. And
it's early days. It's only day two.
It's only day two. We have a year's supply of Ribena that I won in a competition. So.
Mate,
we're looking good.
I think you've just solved your empty pool problem.
The stickiest pool.
Oh yeah, don't dilute it, whatever you do. just a neat cordial.
Oh my god.
I am 100% on board.
Ah. Yes. Yes. Oh. Amazing.
There's something about a charismatic man with arbitrarily ordained power that just speaks to me. I'm gonna back that guy, 100%.
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. We don't know each other very well, Tempest.
I was just saying, I don't know if I've ever had a proper conversation with you, John.
Yeah, and I feel like a game of mistrust is the perfect way to get to know someone.
Oh, what better way could there be?
So I've pretty much said everything that I have. Obviously, I could be lying, etc., etc. But in terms of my argument or my kind of, I don't know what the word is, what I'm putting down, I've kind of told everything. Is there anything you want to share with me? Because I know nothing about you.
Yes, there is. Because I think currently we're in a good state for me to reveal that you're the marionette and I'm your demon.
Oh, get fucked. Get fucked, Tempest.
So
my god!
I think
You
we've
piece
done a
of
good
shit.
job here. So continue the energy that you have. You've got very good energy right now. You're
fucking
really
prick!
you're controlling the town right now, John, and I need
my
that to
God.
continue. And if you'd like, we can discuss who you and other people corroborate and try and choose to be your good kill, and then I can just take them in the night, and I'll
All
share
right,
information
okay.
with
Tell
you.
me everything. I want to check this is true, that you're not just shitting me up. Tell me all the information you have, and if I'm convinced by what you say, I'll join your team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just out you.
Sure, yeah. So I've talked with Blair. Blair and I hard claim to each other. Blair's the cannibal, and I've told her that I'm the amnesiac, and that we're trying to work that puzzle out together.
Great.
Etc. Who else did I talk to? I talked to Dom, who told me that he was the sailor beforehand. And that's all the people that I talked to on the first day.
I want to keep this in our back pocket. Sullivan is next to you as cult leader.
Yeah.
So we could go for a late cult win.
It's Schrodinger Sullivan right now. At any point, he is either good or evil. Until we join the cult,
he could switch.
He could be good or evil because he's always going to be next to both a good and evil neighbor.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. We should probably
so I'll let
stop talking.
You can go and talk to Carly. And
I'm upsettingly convinced by what you've said. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I was crushing it as good team. So
You're
what's the
crushing
plan?
it still.
So what's the plan? Tell me what to do, or what you want as the demon.
Talk to other folk, and hopefully at least put forth an idea in the town square about who we could possibly kill next.
Okay.
If you say we could possibly do this, that will be the person I'll kill. That'll be our code word.
What do you think? Well, you can just read. Just read the things. Must be really easy for you to work out what's going on, because all you have to do is read the things. You think, Dom's an idiot. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. I've read the thing. It's not so easy on this side. On this side, it's not so easy. It's not easy being right all the time. Pick the wrong week to quit smoking.
Dom is absolutely evil.
Is he?
100% evil. Yes.
Okay, we should just kill him. We should just kill him.
Yes, please. Can we? I'm so annoyed at him.
Oh God, what happened?
Well, okay, so he's claiming. I'm gonna just tell you because you're dead, and I trust you.
I'm dead. I'm a sweetheart, and someone's drunk. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the cannibal.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell you everything. So Mara was the noble.
Okay.
And she got the three names Dom, Tom, and John.
Okay. Dom, Tom, and John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then because we killed her during the day, I got her power. And then last night I got Carly, Dom, and Tom. However, Dom's just come to me and said, so just so you know, I'm the sailor and I drank with you the first and second night. So you're probably drunk. And then he just started going off about, like, because I wasn't telling him exactly who I was, he was like, oh, you're definitely evil. I'm just going to keep drinking with you. I was like, please stop. I don't want to be drunk. That's really annoying with this power. Without saying, like, exactly who I was, because I don't trust him at all.
We must have another drunk going around, because I haven't heard any outsider claims. Either that or we have a lunatic, which would be insane.
God.
Or a mutant, because I think the other outsider would have come to me if they were actually a mutant and weren't made mad. Yeah, but the fact that hasn't happened makes me think we have a drunk.
Yeah, so this is my amnesiac bit.
Gotcha.
Just having a chat. I'm just slowly crossing off ideas down the list to make it look like I've got guesses made.
Are you going to go... What number do you think you're going to go?
I'm going to go 1.
Oh, a change.
Yes, I think my end goal is because I'd like to talk to Blair to a point that I can say, I think I might be getting closer or something. And my end goal there is to say it's like players who received false info in the night. or something along those lines. So
I love it. Excellent. Well,
Very good.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you kindly.
Blair doesn't trust me. And I was getting sus vibes from Blair on a social read. And
I
because she
mean,
said some stuff.
I've made the
You are.
mistake of implicitly trusting Blair from the very beginning of this game, so if she is evil, it's on me.
Right. Well, I'm the sailor and I've been drinking with her, so I went and told her, by the way, you might be drunk. And she was like, well, please stop doing that because that's not helpful.
From what I know about Blair, that is I agree that she's not a great target to be.
Okay. But then I said, well, tell me what you are. Like I've told you, like, why don't you but she said she didn't trust me and she said lots of reasons. And I said, well, like what? Because I was like, what could it possibly be? And she said, because of information from you, but she refused to say what it was. So I wondered, my fear is I'm worried I might be a marionette or something and not realise.
I was the noble, and so you can take from that. And Blair is the only person that knows my pings. So
Right.
she has determined from those pings that you may or may not be sus. I don't 100%.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Way, but that's how she's taken that information.
Okay, Blair. The only thing I want to know is what your role is and all the information you have.
Okay, great. I can give you 3 different roles that I might be.
Oh no, it's okay. Just give me the one you are. Don't worry about the 2 bluffs.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's you've really put me in a corner here, Tom. So I am either the cannibal, the fisherman, or the seamstress.
Okay.
I'm one of
Can I
those.
ask you a question?
Yes.
If you had the choice to pick which one you would want to be the most, who would you want to be out of those 3?
I would want to be the cannibal. All right, why don't you tell me who you are? What's your role?
Why don't I tell you? Because I don't want to.
Okay.
And I haven't done anything yet. That's what I can tell you. Yeah, I wouldn't do
not
the
done
3 for
anything
3
yet.
thing, but I haven't done anything yet. I would say that by the time I woke up on the first day, I already had some information about the board state.
I just wanted to ping to say that a choir boy would have every reason to lie about who they are to stay hidden. So just be careful where you shoot your shot.
Yeah, fair point.
Tom also did not claim to me, so
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
the
know.
only one I think I'm suspicious of being Quiet Boy. Or evil.
Okay.
Or evil.
I've heard everyone except Tempest. You just talked to Tempest. What did Tempest say?
I guess I can tell. Can I tell you? I think so. They've claimed to be amnesiac, and they've been trying to figure it out with Blair since the start. I don't know how far they've got.
I sure hope that Sullivan's not lying to me, because I feel like at this point I can trust you both with who I am and such. Because frankly, I think I'm gonna need as much help with this as possible. So I'll hard claim to you both that I'm the amnesiac,
Okay.
and I'm working to figure out what my power is.
What is the information you've gotten?
So on the first night, I got a 0. On the second night, I got a 1.
A 0 and a 1. Interesting. Okay.
that's-
0 and a 1.
7 living players, 4 votes required. Nominations are open.
If it's a Vortox game and the sailor is executed but doesn't die, does that satisfy the Vortox's appetite, or would that be a loss for the good team?
There only needs to be an execution, so executing a player who can't die or executing a corpse does satisfy the Vortox.
That's
Great.
what I thought.
Well, in that case, fine.
They can test
What else?
Dom.
Yeah, what I'll say is I'm happy
Oh,
to be
yes,
executed. I'm the sailor. I don't think I'll die. I don't think I'm drunk, but I might be, and if I am, fine. But you can then think what you like. But
If you
There you
do
go.
die,
Well, no,
it
but
throws
if you-
John's thing into chaos.
No,
Yeah.
but it also could, if you do die, it also could explain where Brooke's drunkenness went, which could be helpful.
that's
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah, I think it's worth a shot.
There are so many reasons why I might be drunk or poisoned now. Now that Blair's dead and there's a new poisoner in town.
Brooke.
Blair.
Drunkenness in
Blair
town.
is dead. Say that again.
Did I say Blair?
Dead.
Did I say Blair?
Say that again.
Oh my god!
Not that, John.
God fucking damn it.
All I'm saying is we should possibly kill
off the
Blair.
tongue.
That's
Same
all I'm
person.
saying.
Spent a literal month with Brooke.
I actually cannot believe
John!
I cannot believe I did that. Just let's possibly kill Blair. That's what I'm saying. No. Okay, Brooke. Now that Brooke is dead, that means there's another reason that I might be drunk, and I'm really worried. I either started as the drunk, I'm now drunk because Dom not dying. It might be the sailor thing. Also, Dom might be evil. There are so many reasons why I don't trust my powers. I'm still happy to use them on whoever you think is best, but I don't think they work.
Well, I tell you what, I nominate myself.
Okay. Dom. Nominates Dom. Tell us why.
This guy's a raging alcoholic. He's a menace to society. He stays up all night forcing liquor down people's necks who don't want it. He needs to hang!
Okay.
So to be clear, you're testing yourself to see if you're the sailor.
Sure.
Dom, what's your defense, mate? What's your defense?
My
Dom?
defense? You can't hang people for having an addiction to alcohol. That's insane. These people need help.
Wow, that was very dark. Thank you, Dom.
It was dark, wasn't it? It was dark. But no, we should vote this through.
I'm not using my ghost
we should
vote,
do this.
but-
No, don't use a ghost
we
vote.
should do this,
No,
right?
we don't
use
need
a
it. I
ghost
think
vote.
everyone's.
we
We should. I
should
think it should be
this
beatable in
is- this
case
is good
like
for
the demon
Boardtalk.
comes to light.
No, I think this is a great idea, right? Then we just learn about you.
7.
Can I quickly try and start a cult?
Absolutely. Sullivan, tell us all about your cult.
Talk about stealing my thunder. I'm like there with a rope around my neck.
Hey everybody, come on down to Solomon's cult. Not only we got finger sandwiches, we got ball pit, but we've got more. We've got inflatable pool toys and a pool filled with Ribena. We've got one voucher that's 20% off at any local Sainsbury's. There's only one, so you gotta get them quick. Come down to Solomon's cult. Oh yeah.
Do we think he's
Dead
good?
inside.
You lost me with the Ribena a bit.
I can't believe some of your hands are up. Put those
What
hands
I'd
down.
really like to know is why is Sullivan going around supermarkets and thinking that they're religious establishments? Because that's what I've been.
Daily sandwiches. Right.
Sullivan, can I clarify that the tagline of your cult is "Whoa, yeah"?
It sure is. Whoa yeah.
You can't trademark that.
Okay, why are some of you psychopaths voting for this?
Here we go.
I think
As long as
he's
Brooke doesn't
good.
vote, it's fine.
I think he's good.
Yeah.
I know I'm good. I trust Tempest.
Because
Yeah, but
Brooke is specifically good,
Well-
so yeah. That's
I suppose if you're
Sullivan's
good,
role
Blair.
specifically can change alignment, though.
A cult.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could be good
that's
one
the thing.
day and evil the next.
No, but
If
if,
his-
Blair,
if
you
one of his
trust
neighbours
Blair,
does.
that's
I
fine.
trust. Yeah.
But
I
don't
trust
know.
Tempest
I don't
as
know
well.
much about you. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
John voted, yeah? Yeah.
Dom's still on the block. Any other nominations? I think it's unlikely you're going to overturn it.
I think we've discussed this already, but if Dom doesn't die because of sailor stuff, that still satisfies the Vortex, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sailor
Okay.
or leech, it still satisfies the vortex.
Oh, God.
Thanks
Oh,
for
God.
that, Ben. Thanks.
I forgot there's no point doing anything in this game.
There's no information.
The least memorable member of the Sailor Moon canon as well. Sailor Moon.
Dom is executed and does not die. Everybody
Okay.
goes to sleep.
Okay.
Welcome to the bottom cottage.
I'm sorry.
We're in the bottom cottage. I
I'm
forgot
sorry,
to leave the
Ben.
top
Do you
one
want to have another
empty.
run at that?
Yeah, the bottom cottage is what I call my shed.
Welcome to the bottom cottage. I haven't cleaned. Disgusting. I love it. Always great to be with you in the bottom cottage. Now we have the title of our episode.
Yep.
So Ben, how do you think it's going so far?
I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'm a little worried that evil might start running away with it, but you often also fall into the trap of being worried that evil might start running away with it. Then you help good a bit, and then evil make one terrible mistake. I'm tempted to turn Sullivan evil tonight, and then turn him back to good if it looks like evil are running away with it.
So what I would like, I just hope Blair dies, because if that is the case, then I'm 100% on Sullivan, because then we can pit Tempest against Carly.
Yeah.
Because I know, there's always going to be a simmering potential that Carly could be doing very convincing work. And I think pitting Tempest against Blair might be harder, especially because Blair is backing up Tempest. If Blair dies, I'm 100% for turning Sullivan evil. But let's see. But I do just want to see the chats. I just want to see it. I want to see the thing.
Yeah. I think if the demon kills the king, we show Dom to the choir boy because he's legitimately possibly a demon. I think if Carly survives long enough to get info, we show a marionette because that will start the cogs turning for Carly without a doubt. This is really interesting. This is a really, not that they aren't all interesting, but this one's especially interesting because there's just so many ways that this can go right now.
Dom, there appears to be 15 men on your chest.
It's just another Friday night for me.
I wanted to leave you to be able to finish that one.
That's what they said.
Hey.
I by a process of elimination, I think Tom's probably a bad egg. Still not sure about Tempest. From what Mara's told me, Carly sounds like maybe she's on the level, but I'm going to take Mara's advice and go drinking with Carly because she's sort of implied that even if she's good, then it's no great problem.
Now we've got a decision. Drunken Carly right now will have zero effect on Carly. It's impossible for that to in any way affect Carly because there's no way that she's going to find herself in a situation tonight where there are more dead players than good. Having said that, I still think we should make Dom drunk for tonight. I don't think they're going to execute Dom again. I don't think the demon's going to try and kill Dom.
No.
I think, we've got to... the spirit of the token is that it has to occasionally be drunk, so let's make Dom drunk and see where that goes.
Sure. I think so. I don't think it's going to affect the game, really. In either way, I think it's a kind of safe pick for the Sailor.
Yeah,
but they might try and execute him again. I don't know why, but they might.
Yeah, possibly. Now the headline act of the night. Let's go see what John does. Hello, John.
Hello.
So it's your second night, still without a lycanthrope kill. What are you thinking?
So I just want to do a rules check here. So Tempest has claimed I am his marionette.
Mm-hmm.
If that is true, do I no longer have my lycanthrope powers?
Well, if you are the marionette, then you never had any lycanthrope powers.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to choose Tom to kill.
Okay. Tom it is, thank you. Alright, this is interesting because I think that of all the people in this circle, Tempest is probably more likely to pick Tom than anyone else.
I think he might go for...
He might go for Blair as well.
It's between Tom and Blair, I think, in Tempest's mind, because he knows Carly's the king, and I think he's still worried about the choir boy, although I would love him to kill Carly because he doesn't know the choir boy's drunk. But I think he is either going to... I think there's been enough talk about Tom being the choir boy that I think he's definitely going to go for him today. Or Blair. But if he goes for him today, then, John might get a confirmed lycanthrope kill in his mind, which is sheer... I don't know who I want to die. Genuinely, either of these kills, Blair or Tom, are beautiful for me.
All right, Demon. It is time to attack someone. Who are you going to kill tonight, Tempest?
I think tonight we're going to have to kill our cult leader.
Ooh. Are you absolutely sure about that, Tempest? Because that's if Sullivan's telling the truth, that's a potential evil player for you right there.
It is, but it's Schrodinger's Sullivan. At any point, he could be good or evil. And all they need to do is pass a good vote around the table for a cult. And then I there's the potential hanging over there of a loss that I absolutely cannot control.
Okay.
I'm not feeling that, so I'd rather just take him off the table.
Sullivan it is. I didn't expect that, but it does actually do Tempest a favour because Sullivan's now going to come out and say, I'm the cult leader who hasn't changed alignment at all, and it's going to make Tempest look good.
That's true, but I wanted to turn Sullivan evil.
I know, right? I was really looking forward to having a red cult leader token on my screen, but no, it wasn't to be.
Oh well.
Never mind. That just leaves cult leader for a future episode. We've yet to see its full potential.
Yes. Something to have in our back pocket. Or in our ball pit, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anyone else we need to see?
That's it. Carly doesn't get any info yet. Carly's not dead, so Tom doesn't get any info yet. Blair is currently feasting on the noble, and they got their info yesterday, so no new info for that. So, yeah, we just wake everybody up.
Good morning, townsfolk. You wake. Step out into the town square to see a gigantic mug. But this mug isn't filled with tea. It's filled with coffee. And a figure, face down and drowned in Edgar Allan Joe Sullivan.
Oh no, it was me. Oh.
Who's gonna lead our cult?
Sully hates coffee. Or does he?
Hates it.
Prefers tea.
No, he doesn't.
Bet he hates coffee now.
Sully, did you change alignment?
No, I didn't change alignment. I was good the whole time.
Okay.
John, did
Who
you
am I going to
target
blindly
Sully?
follow now?
No, I did what you suggested, Carly, and I targeted myself. Which means I'm drunk or poisoned or
lying.
I'm evil,
lying.
and I targeted myself, or lying, yeah.
Carly,
Okay.
can we have a chat at some point?
Oh, you're my only question mark on the board right now. Like, roughly, at least that I haven't heard one claim from.
I'm genuinely very pleased to hear that. So, can I ask you some stuff?
Yeah, you can ask me whatever you like.
How many people have you who have you king claimed to so far?
Most of the circle. It's not something that gets hidden from evil at all. So it's not really worth lying to. But remember, so it's not really a risk. Because I don't really expose much of anything. Because the demon already knows I exist.
Okay, that's true. Do you feel you've got enough living information as a living king to try and get yourself killed?
What do you mean? I get no information until more people are dead than not.
Oh, that's true, of course.
Yeah, so I've gotten no information yet, and I haven't found a choir boy, which leads me to believe that I might never get information.
I will say that I feel confident that there is a choir boy in this game. Now we're in day 3, I can...
So it's you, or it's Tempest, is what I've understood.
Why me or Tempest?
Just based on the other conversations I've had, unless someone was lying to me, but I don't know why they would lie to me specifically about it. When no one else has claimed king, and if there was a choir boy, there would have to be a king.
I think because King is a pretty good demon bluff. I legitimately believe you. I think you are the king, but I think there is also a lot of perfectly valid reasons why you would not be the king. Why you could be the demon, you could be...
Yeah, no, for sure, which is why I've said the entire time, if you guys need to kill me, you can kill me to feel better.
There's one player I'm quite suspicious of at the moment, and I want to know what your read on them is.
Will you tell me who they are? Who are they?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll tell you.
So I'm suspicious of John.
Oh yeah, I'm very suspicious of John.
I've kind of got a bit of something from everyone, even Blair, who refuses to trust me. But not Carly, Tempest, or Tom. Well, no, I've from what you told me, Mara, I've got an idea of what Carly might claim.
I think Carly tried to come out in public yesterday, but there was a lot of complication stuff. So
that's my fault.
I've chatted to Carly and Tempest and Tom, and Carly and Tempest gave me a pretty clear idea of who they were. Tom has given me absolutely nothing this whole time.
Well, Blair seems to trust Tempest implicitly.
I know. I wonder if they are in cahoots.
Or there's something mechanical like a seamstress or something that's...
Maybe.
First, I want to ask how the cannibalism of Mara went, because I think I heard something about that not going to plan. What's up?
Okay, so I got 3 names. I got Carly, Dom, and Tom. However, if Dom is telling the truth and is actually the sailor, which I don't... I'm getting weird vibes off of him.
I've had more than one person say that now.
Yeah, I'm not trusting Dom in this game. But if I do trust him, he has said that he's the sailor, and he has had drinks with me night 1 and night 2. So, yeah.
Right.
I went to ask the storytellers if I would still, like, have gotten that information if he had had drinks with me. And they said it could have gone like one of 2 ways, but they would have, like, it's their choice, basically.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me the numbers that you've been getting?
Yes, because I'm still struggling here. So first night I got a 0, second night I got a 1, third night I got a 1.
1. Okay.
So I'm just trying to come up with like a list, and like half of these now don't even really make that much sense. So if you have any suggestions on what I can guess, because like the first night I guessed pairs of evil players sitting next to each other. I was told cold, not close.
Okay.
So that basically crossed out like most of the evil player related ones from my list, or at least things that I think are too close to that he would say cold for. Yeah.
Do
you have any ideas?
So is that the only one that you've asked? Is if it's pairs?
No, that was I guess it's always tricky. Second night, technically, first guess. And then the second guess, God, it's gonna confuse me. The second guess I had was people who changed alignments.
Okay.
And also got cold.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind me inserting myself in your relationship. I mean, we are a throuple, so I do feel like I can.
Yeah, it is fair, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
it is fair.
It is fair, Brooke. We agreed.
No, 2 out of 3 agreed, which is 66.666%.
It's a democracy.
Which is
It's a
an
majority, isn't it? No, it's a majority, so
it's first past the post, isn't it? At the end of the day. Sorry, I did just want to ask Sullivan. Now that you are sadly dead, and honestly, I'm greatly aggrieved because there were bits on the table. I would like to know what other features your cult would have had.
Oh, it would have had a 5-a-side football team. It would have had it would have had casual Sundays. It would.
You were going to say sex.
Of course, you hear what you want to hear, Adam. You hear what you want to hear.
It would have had a sex room,
which is the ball pit. Filled with
dear.
Oh, you don't want your ball pit to also be your sex pit.
Come on, Brooke.
That's cult 101. You don't have your ball pit as your sex pit. You're gonna ruin the ball pit aspect to it. Oh,
you need to have at least 5 feet between your 2 pits at any time.
We would have painting lessons. We would have nightly viewings of everyone's favorite film. And we'd have one little suicide pact. Just everyone, we're going to die. We're all going to die. It's a death cult. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It was a sex and death cult. But...
Sex and doubt and grocery.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm going to leave you two to be boyfriend and girlfriend now. Bye-bye.
Oh, how very kind of you.
Thank you, boyfriend.
Thank you, boyfriend. Kisses, kisses. Kisses, kisses.
Kisses,
kisses. Kisses, kisses.
Kisses, kisses.
Yeah! Brooke smash! Oh, you destroyed.
Oh, the incredible Broke. The people that I trust right now are Mara, Tempest, and Blair. And the reason why I trust them... I do trust you. Actually. I do. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I specifically trust them is because I didn't change alignment. And I think that the storytellers probably... I mean, if I can't read too much into the meta of it, but I think more than likely, if they can change the cult leader's alignment, they will. Because it's just more fun. That's just a more exciting game if you have like an evil cult leader. So that's why I trust those 3.
I trust Carly, Blair, Mara, Tempest. And I don't know about you, Sullivan. I don't know.
Well, I'm dead now, so that must help somewhat.
I don't know. I'm really suspicious of Dom, and I'm really suspicious of Tom.
I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm just gonna trust you. Even though I don't trust you, I'm gonna hard claim to you who I am.
Okay.
All right. I'm the cannibal.
Right.
So,
Right.
has Mara told you her information?
She told me that she's the noble.
Okay.
And that she implied that I was one of the pings, but she didn't tell me who the other two are.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm not gonna give you the other two names because again, I don't want to just give her information away. But I'm happy to give you my information. Just on the off chance that you are good. Please don't drink with me.
I haven't.
Nice.
Last night I drank with Carly.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
cool.
you've got, presumably that means you've got my ability?
No, I do not have your ability because you did not die. Yeah. I did get Mara's ability, and the three names that I got were Carly, you, and Tom.
Oh, it doesn't narrow it down at all for me. Carly and Tom are the two people I've got the biggest question marks over.
I forgot to ask what fucking demon you are.
I'm the imp.
Ah, okay, right. Classic. All right. Right, so what happened last night?
I killed Sullivan. Figured I would rather just take him off
even
the
though I
board
said
than have
to
a
kill
50-50
Blair big
chance.
time.
Oh, did you? Oh, I
said
missed
it
that.
twice. I said it so obviously.
Oh. Well, it's okay.
You
Blair
know what?
Blair trusts me very much.
Yeah, and I think actually Dom has been protecting Blair. Certainly the first two nights, Dom has
Yes, the first two
Blair.
nights, he protected her. A lot of people right now are sus on Dom and Tom.
I'm really sus on Tom. He says,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what's going on. Well, you might. This is the thing. I think Tempest, you could also be in cahoots with Blair, and you just thought, I'll bring John in as the marionette.
John, that is not the case whatsoever. I'm going to feel so bad for betraying Blair, but it's not. It's
Okay.
not. You are my marionette.
Yeah, you sure? You're not seeing other people,
Yes.
are you? Are you, Tempe?
No. John, that's not the kind of demon I am. No.
Little Baron on the side.
John, you cut me.
There are 6 of you alive now, guys. That means only 3 votes required today. Do keep chatting if you like, but nominations are open.
If no one's got anything to share, I'm happy to make a nomination, just to start the conversation going.
Go for it, Tom.
Okay, I'm gonna nominate John.
Okay, tell us why.
Okay, so here's why. There's sort of 3 reasons why. John came to me and claimed Fool, and said they had a plan they wanted to work out. And then I pointed out to John that openly claiming Fool in a Vortox game is actually potentially very helpful for the good team because we can use our first day execution on a Fool that won't die. We can stay safe from a potential Vortox, and we also won't lose a good player in the process of doing that. And then after that was explained, John came out later in the town as the lycanthrope instead, which could be that the Fool was something he was bluffing as, seeing the danger of the Fool, absolutely. Chose to change to something that wasn't going to get him killed because he's genuinely the lycanthrope and has stuff to do. Or it could be a demon choosing a Fool bluff, choosing a Fool bluff which will sort of keep them safe for a certain amount of time. Explain maybe why they haven't been executed. So being killed in the night, usual kind of stuff. Second reason being, so far it seems likely that if John is the lycanthrope, John is drunk or poisoned, and so their power isn't really doing anything useful on the game board at the moment, which means they're a relatively safe good kill.
I am our king. I haven't been shy about that since day one because the demon already knows who the king is since the start of the game. And my ability, besides being a really big boon if the demon kills me and we have a choir boy in play, is that if more people are alive than dead, I start learning information. I get to learn a character that is in play and alive. And the demon has every incentive to keep me alive because a choir boy can cause havoc for them. And so if we execute today, and this is not necessarily to support John's execution in particular, but to support a execution, and the demon kills, I start getting info.
Okay, John.
I mean, I definitely said to Tom I was the Fool. I told everyone I spoke to, which was Carly, Tom, Brooke, and Blair, I think, on day one that I was the Fool because I wanted to get as many roles as possible, role claims as possible before I revealed that I was the lycanthrope. It wasn't news when you said, that'll be a good kill for the, if we've got Vortox, because I think Carly said the same thing. So it wasn't like I changed my mind and suddenly like, shit, I'm bluffing as the fool. Like I just picked a lie because I wanted to get an information quickly, and I was going to reveal that I wasn't the fool immediately. So I wasn't expecting to be almost killed because of a Vortox thing. So that's point 1. Point 2 and 3, I can't remember the specifics of. Basically, I'm almost definitely drunk and or poisoned. So I'm not useful at this stage. So I know I'm a good character, but if it's a helpful kill, I don't know. Is there anyone who can like confirm my identity once I'm dead? I don't think there is in this script, right?
There's an Undertaker or a cannibal.
No, there is. There's an Undertaker on the script.
Right. Has anyone?
I've not
Okay,
heard
I suppose,
tell
yeah.
of an Undertaker
I've not heard any
being in the
claim.
game.
Yeah.
No.
But I'm happy to be killed. I don't know if there's a better kill from who I've spoken to. I know literally nothing about Tom. Literally not a single thing. And when Tom is cagey, that often means he's evil, but also sometimes he's good. I'm very distrustful of Tom because I know pretty much a bit about everyone else. But I think killing me is a reasonably smart move. So I'm happy to go ahead with it if there's no raises on that.
Potentially, we could execute Dom again, because he could have been devil's advocated, potentially.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
I'll
that's a
say
possibility.
we'll probably learn less from a dead Dom than we will from a dead John. I think it's a reasonable choice to get rid of Dom, but I think we'll get a better idea of what's been going on if we kill
Okay.
John.
Cool.
I can be on board.
Let's run it.
All right, 3 is the
I'm not
number.
gonna vote then.
Oh, we've got enough anyway.
Oh, I'm not going to use my guess vote. I forgot I was dead.
It was 3 we needed, right? 3.
Yep,
Yeah.
and 3 is
Yeah,
enough.
we're good.
John is on the block
Let's get it
with
showing
3.
this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there is an Undertaker, that would be great. So this does make sense. I don't really have any. I don't think I have any other noms. So yeah, unless anyone wants to fall on the sword, let's do this.
Sullivan wants to say something.
I was just going to say, if we are only killing, I don't know whether we're killing John for like Vortox reasons, but we can also kill a dead body. If we are only killing for that reason, we can also kill a dead body. Not saying that we don't have to kill John, but like,
Yeah, it's not Vordox reasons, Sol. It's
No.
more
Okay.
maybe the
This case is
demon, but
good.
if good, we get a better idea of what's going on if John is good and dead.
Is desecrating
Nice. Cool.
is desecrating the dead a new feature of your cult?
yes, yes.
Only
Yes.
since he died, though, which is weird.
Yeah, you were the
desperate to be
first death in
desecrated.
your death cult.
Follow me, everyone.
I don't think we have any evidence of Vortox, right? I've not heard anything on the grapevine.
I don't think we have many
I haven't
information.
heard much
rules.
info
There's-
at all.
That's
There's
true.
not info. Yeah.
Calling it
I
then.
think we should
5,
definitely kill someone. Yeah.
4. Okay, John is executed and dies. The game continues. I am very surprised that John, having been nominated by Tom, did not come out and say, "Last night I picked Tom."
I think it's been curious because at some point didn't he say he picked himself, which
is a lie.
which is like a guarantee that you're drunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I feel like at that point John probably feels like he's locked into that lie, which means that he couldn't really protest his death, which is rough. But now we are in Tempest is in a tricky situation. John and him talked about killing Blair in the day. If they do that, they are missing the chance. Well, first of all, I think that's an unintentional blunder on 2 fronts. Because obviously Blair is the cannibal and is drunk, so we can just go and activate her lycanthrope, her fake lycanthrope
which
power.
she's poisoned as well by her own ability.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
drunk and poisoned.
So we can activate that, and obviously nothing will happen, which means she could frame someone. Or, I surely you got to kill Carly right at this point and just hope for the best.
Or kill Tom, because they don't know what Tom is, so it stands to reason that Tom's either something good that they don't want in, or the choir boy, which is, the only other option at this point.
I was really surprised that Tom wasn't the pick yesterday, actually. Now, the more I think about it, because I think they have done a detective work to eliminate everyone else.
Yeah.
Except maybe Blair. So I feel like Tempest is going to go for Blair, and I think that's going to be rough for the team, because he's going to be all by himself. and Carly's going to start getting names.
Yeah. Let's see what Dom does, because that's gonna have an effect. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of Dom.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I do look a bit like a pirate, so I suppose I take naturally to this. But Dom, who would you like to have a cheeky little pint with this evening?
Let's go for... I don't know why, but my gut is telling me Tempest. I think I do know why, but let's go for Tempest.
Okay.
Tempest
it is.
Tempest!
Good choice, Dom. That forces us to drunk Dom, really.
Yep. It's not even a choice at this stage. Oh, right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone in town is either evil, drunk, or Carly. So, Tempest, pull the... I know it's not... Like, considering everything Tempest knows, audience watching this at home, this is not obvious to anyone but you who can see all this drunkenness lying around. But come on, Tempest. Be brave and pull the trigger and kill the king. Come on, Tempest.
Okay, Tempest. You are down a teammate. You're flying solo. It's getting late in the day, but you're not miles away from victory. Who's it going to be?
John is starting to get suspicious that I'm in cahoots with Blair. And he and I had agreed that we would kill Blair tonight. But she's going to be poisoned because a dead player was executed. So I would like to think that I'd keep her alive, but if I do that, I'd rather not have John then turn against me and potentially out me, and I don't want to have to talk him off that ledge. At the same time, I think there's at least a possibility that Tom is the choir boy. So there's a lot going on in my brain right now. Ooh, it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Game's fun.
Oh,
this game like it. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, there's an official app available now. Patreon.com/BOTC online.
Subscribe now. That being said, I think I'm gonna kill Dom and just take a swing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay, Dom it is. Oh, that's the worst of all four decisions, I think.
Kill! Oh no, Tempest! Oh no, he was the most suspicious one.
Yeah,
I've heard Carly
killing
talk about
the other potential demon right there. That's bad.
I don't know what this. I don't think it's all sewn up. But man, I can't believe he didn't kill Tom either.
Yeah,
like he literally said that Tom could be the choir boy. So at least kill Tom today so you can kill Carly tomorrow. Oh, Tempest, no.
Carly now. I think we show... So there are obviously four things we can show Carly. We can show Carly King, which is a dick move. Let's not do that. We can show Carly Cannibal, which is really strong for good. We can show Carly Imp, which is now possible because the sailor's dead. Or we can show Carly the Drunk. So I don't think we should do King or Cannibal. So that leaves us with Imp or Drunk. If we show Carly the Drunk, then she's probably going to think that either Blair... We should most likely think that Blair's drunk, right? Because Blair's a powerful role that's still alive. If we show Carly Imp, then it means that they will not attempt... They definitely won't try to execute tomorrow. What's the ramifications of that?
I think that's okay. I think that's
it leads
all
us
right.
to a good conclusion, I think.
It gets us to the final day for sure. I think if you can't. I do like drunk. I do like.
I think if we show Carly drunk, and then Carly gets killed, she's going to assume Tom's info is bunk. If we show Carly Imp and Carly gets killed, she's not going to have any reason to assume Tom's info is false. So I think we go Imp.
I think so as well, because if there is a Vortox, I think Carly might just elect to have Tempest killed anyway, because if you're an amnesiac who's been dead cold about your whole read, like, what's one more day's worth of information at that point?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Tempest seems the most expendable. So we can take the Vortox impetus out of it. And come on, Tempest! I'm really rooting for you, bud. But I think Carly might tie the noose around his neck herself.
All right. Well, let's go tell her.
Let's find out.
You're here. I thought I was dead.
My
Nope,
liege.
you
I
are
thought I was dead.
very much alive and very much...
A king gets info? Oh, this is going to be bullshit. Lay it on me.
Okay, I'm glad you think so, because it either is, which is good STing, or it isn't, which is really good STing. So, you learn that right now, alive and in this game, there is currently an imp.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks, friends.
Also, something I haven't considered there. If it's a Vortox game, you could also tell her imp. So that's actually
true,
not
actually, yeah.
going to
That's a
scrub
very
that
good point.
purpose. That's not going to scrub the possibility from Carly's mind. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's see how she wrestles with that information. Just Blair, I guess. Yum yum yum. You've got
Yummy,
John in your
yummy.
tum.
Okay.
We need a name from you, please.
Yes. Let's go with Tom.
Tom it is. Thank you. Oh, now I wish even more that Tempest had picked Tom, because imagine if Blair felt that she was responsible for killing the choir boy. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, wonderful. All right, well, let's wake up these schmoes. Good morning, townsfolk. You walk outside to the town square to see a wrestling ring erected in the center. It's time for a grand return. Naomi has made her triumphant return to the ring, and it's time to feel the Edgar Allan glow. Also, Dom's dead.
Oh.
Interesting.
Not our lead.
That was a long walk.
That was a
Adam,
long walk.
Yeah.
Long walk. Oh, I've got my steps
Can I
in
ask a
today.
I appreciated that very much.
Can I ask a quick rules clarification just before we go forward? Yeah, so the thing I want to ask, basically, just to make sure I got it right, is let's say if John was the leech, the person John is leeching onto is still alive, then John could still be the leech, get executed yesterday, and survive and be alive today, right?
Yeah, but John died yesterday.
Say what?
John would not have died.
Would that be John is executed and does not die? Is that how
correct.
it goes?
Yeah. That's
Cool,
why
I
we
just-
were initially worried about Dom, but now we're not because Dom
Cool.
died.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify that.
Dom,
Okay.
Dom's
will you
definitely
talk
got
to me
leech.
privately?
I will, just a moment. Can I speak to Blair and Mara really quickly first?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Really, really quick in the library, and then I'll come and talk to you, Carly, if that's all right.
Okay, yeah, and just so everybody knows, I started getting info, so that's
Great.
good.
Okay.
It's good, but it's also only semi-helpful, unfortunately. So, I mean, I can talk to you guys if you all want to just hear what I learned, since we don't really seem to have aggressive information. And obviously I am the king, and there's no hiding that. So I learned that we have an imp, which I was really hoping to learn a good character in play to start confirming people. But I learned imp. Again, that could be completely bogus if it's a Vortox. What I'm really interested in hearing is who Dom picked yesterday, because Dom was made drunk. And so I want to know that. But so I will start to get more characters if I'm kept alive, which is pretty awesome. But so we potentially have an imp game, which does feel more accurate than a Vortox. But I don't know, because we really haven't had that much info.
Yeah.
So that's what I got so far.
And someone's drunk
Well,
as well.
since he's not here, do we think there's a possibility that Dom was the imp, killed himself, and passed it to his minion?
Absolutely possible.
Yeah.
How? Wait, but then
don't
that
get
doesn't
sus
explain why
vibes from
Dom
Dom.
didn't die.
Devil's advocate.
Unless they're no, but
Yeah.
he didn't die 2 days in a row, right? And they can't pick the same person twice because
Did
we
he not
executed
die?
him and then
I think it was just once. I don't think we checked.
Yeah, once in the night,
Oh, wait,
and once
oh,
in the
wait.
day.
the lycan.
John's
but
lycanthrope.
we're not sure if the lycanthrope actually triggered. So, but potentially, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. That doesn't.
I
actually
tried
solve it.
to
Never
kill
mind.
him in the
I
night.
thought that was help.
And we tried to kill him
Yeah,
during the day
yeah.
as a village.
Yeah, that doesn't actually answer anything. Sorry, I missed it.
And there are
Yeah,
no
so no,
other-
that is viable. We weren't gunning for him though. If it
It's true.
is Dom, the only person who's been in cahoots with them that long is probably Blair. Do people trust Blair overall?
I do. I hard claimed to Blair on the first day and haven't died. That might not mean anything, but she was very forthcoming to me, and I think we have a good rapport, so I'm inclined to trust her.
I've got no
Tempest,
reason.
Are you willing to talk more publicly at this point? Because I've heard some interesting things about you, but we're getting down to it. There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
About me or Tom?
No, about you.
Oh yeah. At this point, yes, that's totally fine. Because I think I've hard claimed to about half the town. I talked to Blair. I talked to Sullivan, Brooke, and John. And I don't think I gave my role to Dom or Tom, but I talked to them. But I'm the amnesiac, and Blair and I, which is why I'm more inclined to trust Blair, because I do think she's been making an honest effort to try and help me figure out my puzzle here. First night I got a 0. Second through fourth nights I got 1s, and I've been working my way through the list of questions that I've been asking. Haven't gotten. I've asked first night or first guess, because I always get that mixed up. How many pairs of evil, if it had to do with pairs of evil players sitting next to each other, was told cold. Then it was, which of these came first? I should have ordered these. I just crossed them off as I went. I had, if it had to do with evil players nominating, and I had players changing alignments, and none of those yielded results. For the sake of the sake, changed alignments came first, and then players nominating.
Hi.
So, here's my thinking.
Okay.
Last night I picked Tempest.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if neither of you told me all your information.
Yeah.
But I've got a pretty good idea that it. I don't know if you corroborate each other, but I'm sure you talked about that or will talk about that. But if, let's say, your pings were me, Carly, and Tom, and only one can be evil, and there are 2 evil players in the game, and it's not me, then it means Carly or Tom is evil. That means because of who's alive, and I don't think it's you, Blair, Tempest has to be evil.
Ooh.
I think it's very telling that I went for a drink with Tempest and then I died. Normally that happens. I know that's not an absolute rule about drinking with evil characters, but...
Why? So, I'm going to tell you what I did last night, because I got John's ability.
Yeah, who did you pick?
I chose Tom. Tom is not dead.
So either you got the drunk ability, or you're drunk because John is evil, or you yourself are drunk. Oh my god, I hate this game.
Hey, bruv. Wanted to talk to you real quick, because I was having a real conundrum about who to actually end up killing in the night. Because you died, Blair's now poisoned.
Yes, that was a good shout, not killing Blair.
Going. And I wanted to make that clear to you so you didn't think that I was in cahoots and whatnot.
No, that makes total sense. I'm glad you did. Who is Tom?
So
who the fuck is Tom?
I have no idea. No one has any
worried he's the
information
Undertaker.
on Tom.
If it is, he knows
I've been worried that he's the choir boy. I think that we could kill Carly.
Yeah, maybe let's do that.
I think I've got Blair on my side, and even if Tom is the choir boy and, learns who the demon is, at this point we could just say, he's poisoned.
Yeah, we can smear Tom.
The only way good can win is no executions or demon execution today. So I am going to come out with who I am. I think I'm kind of an insurance policy in this game, basically. And so I've wanted to stick around at the very least until something has happened. And now that thing has happened, I feel like the insurance policy is still. I don't think I'm going to be able to use my power to its fullest now anyway. So I'm going to come out at the end of the day with who I am. But I'll explain why I've been so cagey, and I think it's a solid reason to be cagey.
Who did you pick yesterday?
Tempest.
Then if I have accurate information, then I'd be wary that, and you're not the imp that Star passed, then I'd be looking in Tempest's direction. Because if you were the one made drunk, it's likely that you might have pinged on an evil player whose ability they wanted to keep.
That's what I figured.
Either that, or he might be one of our only sober people, which also could be a reason to make you drunk and not him. But I'm feeling very wary of the things he's sharing.
There are 4 living players today, 2 votes required. Just as a reminder, everyone, if you execute today and get it wrong, the demon will almost certainly kill someone at night and the game will end. Of course, kill no one now at your peril because this script does have a Vortex on it. Nominations are open.
Oh, God.
I totally forgot.
Okay.
For a second.
Carly nominates Tempest.
Ooh, Carly nominates Tempest. Tell us why.
So I'm the king. I've gotten one day of info, and it was saying that there's an imp still alive. That doesn't really make me feel very good because it doesn't let me validate anyone in the circle. But also, it'd be a really, really fun ending if it's a Vortox game and I convince us all to wait a day because there's an imp in play. And I'm not about doing that. Really, what it's boiled down to is I'm most suspicious of Tom and Tempest. But Dom told me that he picked Tempest yesterday, and Dom was made drunk, which is just this doesn't guarantee anything, because that could have been for other reasons. It could be that Tempest is one of our only sober players, and that's the reason they made Dom drunk. But really, my gut is telling me that if it was Tempest, that they would make Dom drunk, and also just the amnesiac ability shared just didn't feel polished to me. It felt like it was I don't know, I expect a full rundown of info and clarity, and it just felt insincere. I still don't really know much from Tom. I'm still sketchy there, and I'm willing to be persuaded otherwise, but to me my gut is saying that this is it. Dom.
Can I basically share some info? It's relevant to Tempest's execution because I think I can clear myself up and stop ghosts from saving their votes for me and get them spending them on Tempest. So am I okay to, within the bounds of prosecution, reveal that information now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great. So, again, if we have a Vortex game, and you've already explained stuff, haven't you? The short version is I'm the choir boy. I've been the choir boy the entire time. That's the reason I've been so incredibly cagey. I just want to kind of keep the heat off me, and keep people focused on people they do have actual concrete reasons to go for, at least until the king, Carly, gets their first bit of information. Because I see myself, until there are more dead players than living players, I'm like an insurance policy. So yeah, the king might not get to use their power, right? But you have the choir boy as kind of backup. So now we've got some king info, and now also it's the last day. If I get executed as a good choir boy, the game is over for us. So there's no point in me sticking around to save my power. So yeah, I'm the choir boy. I'm the choir boy. I've been choir boy the whole time. No one else has claimed king, which makes me feel Carly is legit a king. Tempest seems then the most likely demon.
Okay, Tempest, your defense, please.
I mean, I don't know how much more clear I could have made my information. I feel like I was very forthcoming at that point, and I hard claim to about half the circle, Blair included, and Blair's been helping me walk through this puzzle. I haven't gotten anywhere with it. I don't have any information to give besides the information of the numbers that I received and the guesses that I've made. I don't know what more I could have given in that case. I've heard a lot of people sus on Tom. I don't know if what he's just said sways them in that case. I would rather kill a corpse or not. Well, I'd rather kill a corpse than kill me for the sake of it, than have the demon win in the night, than do this personally.
I'm going to run the vote, guys. 2's the number. Here we go.
I think we should kill a corpse. I don't think we should do this.
I think it's too risky.
That's fine. We can kill a corpse.
And then make the demon have to choose.
I don't think it's...
Yeah.
I think they'll either...
One is not enough.
I don't think we should
probably just kill me, and we're not gonna probably have that much more information.
Obviously, I can't nominate because I'm dead. But I'd just like to say, if from where I'm sitting, my gut is telling me that the people I'm most suspicious of are Tom and Tempest. Mm-hmm. And if we were about to execute, a minion, it would make sense that Tom would then come in and say, "Don't save your ghost votes for me."
Hmm.
Yeah, we can talk about this tomorrow though.
Hopefully.
Although somebody needs to nominate a corpse to have that.
Yeah, someone nominate a corpse.
Do me again.
Okay, I nominate Dom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
And You know what? He was an alright guy. I didn't trust him for a while, and I'm frustrated with myself, so I want to kick him while he's down again. Just
I want to
because
see him one more time.
It's the eulogy everyone wants. He was an alright guy.
He was alright.
Dom
was
is fine.
all of the alive players to vote on this.
I mean, surely the eulogy you don't want is to have your corpse dug up and executed again.
Yeah.
That's the worst eulogy I can imagine.
Dom, your defense.
Oh, it's compelling.
Can we get all 4 living voting on this so that evil, if in case Sullivan is secretly evil and evil can rise up and tie things.
Evil can rise up.
I mean, it's up to you. Like, obviously, I'm not going to force you, but yeah, cool.
There's still plenty of dead bodies to execute, but yeah.
4 is enough.
Oh no, they would nominate. They right.
Yeah.
Pull the body off the pile. String him up again.
Okay.
Put his
Final
boots
call.
back on.
5, 4.
Oh, what if it's Tom and Carly?
Dom's corpse is
That
executed
would be
and
pretty
doesn't
rough,
die
but it's
because
not.
he's already dead. Everybody goes to sleep.
Hello. Ooh.
Yeah. So there's some
Well, we made it
interesting
to the
stuff
final
that
day.
Yeah. Some really interesting stuff that can potentially go down here. So, first of all, Blair is still drunk and poisoned because John is still the most recent dead executee. So that's worth keeping in mind. If Carly is killed by the demon, then Tom the Drunk's choir boy information, we could show him Dom, because Dom could be an imp that killed himself in the night and passed it along.
Does that give the Tempest... Like, I think the net is closing in on Tempest here.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think so.
I don't think Tempest is going to kill Carly. I really don't. I think Tempest is either going to kill Tom or Blair, and I think that's curtains for him, unfortunately.
I think if Tempest kills Tom, it's definitely curtains for him. I think Tom's the last person that he should kill. Yeah, I think he'll probably kill Blair, but...
then you're just going to have to show... Well, you could show Carly king, but, like... Because that's the only way you don't solve the game for Carly.
Yeah, I think at this point, by us giving Carly... Or if us attempting to limit Carly's knowledge is going to make Carly look good. So at this point, what we need to make her look like is an experienced player that's taking advantage of a less experienced player to force through an evil win. So,
Maybe so,
to do
yeah.
that, we give her legit info, I think. But do you know what? Let's see what Tempest does.
Oh, hey, bud. How
Sure got a
you
choice to
How you
make now,
feeling?
don't I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you-
do.
Little tense. Oh.
Talk us through your options, Tempest, because this is your last act of the game.
Yeah.
This demon.
Yeah. So, I think currently people are still sus on Tom. I think I gotta keep him alive. If I kill Carly, Tom knows who I am, but it's not really gonna be much done in that case. And if I leave them two alive, I'm relying purely on ghost votes. Whew. It's tough, innit?
Yeah. Do you still think Blair trusts you?
I'm less inclined at this point because I haven't spoken to her directly one-on-one in a bit, and I don't think I'll get a chance to on the final day. You know? This is the toughest decision I've had to make so far. It's all riding on this. I think... Ooh, I don't know. I could go the old Carly's evil. Carly is terrifying, and everybody look at Carly. She's so sinister all the time play. But I don't know. I've got Carly and Tom on the other team against me.
Gonna have to press you for a choice here, Tempest.
I'm gonna kill Carly.
Carly it is, thank you.
Oh, now we got a game. Now we've got a game now.
Okay, so as much fun as it would be to show Tom Dom, and that's certainly an option, I think what people will then think is, okay, so Dom was our original imp, he killed himself in the night, and now Tempest is the minion who got the imp token. So I'm almost tempted to show Tom Blair, just because when he comes out with that, it's going to seem like he's actually evil and he's really screwed up or something.
Yeah. I think you show him Blair because, like you said, Tom could just be lying about this.
Yeah.
Like, Tom will have
Yeah.
to come out with this if Carly dies. And he's throwing something at someone that people have generally trusted. If you throw it at Dom, then people could still think that Tempest is his minion. Is the only issue. Or Blair, of course, or Tom. But I think the Dom information is so buck wild that people will believe it. So I think we need to frame Tom as much as we can, as well as Blair, with this choice. So I think Blair's the only option.
Okay, we've still got to go visit Blair, so let's go to Blair, then we'll go to Tom. Okay, Blair, you need to pick somebody.
Okay, I would like to choose myself.
Yourself,
please.
Okay, yourself
Yes.
it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blair. Yum, yum, yum. Hello, Tom.
Hello, fellas. Did not expect this outcome. I figured. Well, I think that's what's interesting about that last day, right? Is that the demon can either kill Carly, give me info, not kill Carly, give Carly info, or kill probably the only person who's the most ambiguous, right? Anyway, I think that was a really interesting decision for the demon.
It's a very small town, to be fair.
Yeah. So, what do I know or not know?
Well, out of curiosity, Tom, who do you think we're going to give you right now?
Who do I think it is, or who do I think you're going to give me?
Who do you think it is?
I honestly don't know. I'm choosing to trust Carly because there've been no other king claims, and unless I'm whatever king's in the game, I'm probably going to lean into Blair more than Tempest, and I assume this isn't going to affect what you tell me, because you're super impartial. You made the decision already, right?
That is 100% correct. I mean, assuming you're sober and healthy, we don't get a choice in it anyway.
Oh, true. So yeah, the reason I'm going for Blair is just because I don't think I actually know who Blair is. Like, Tempest is claimed amnesiac, and I don't have any beef with how he has explained his bits, but maybe that's on me. But I think because I don't know who Blair is, because Blair, with the one conversation I had with Blair, I got a 3-for-3 offer, and if you're the demon, you've got a really solid 3 to pick from, and the 3 that Blair picked are roles that nobody else has claimed. Whereas I feel like the odds are, if you're doing a 3-for-3 with no demon bluffs, then you are probably going to pick one thing that already exists on the game table.
Yeah,
and also an evil Blair in the past has been quite a quiet Blair, and I haven't heard much from Blair, which could just be who I've spoken to. So for that reason, that's my prediction. I care more about vindication for being right than winning. That's my prediction
well,
now.
In that case, then, Tom, you'll be very pleased to know that you learn that the demon is in fact Blair.
Okay. I am. I'm not sure if I'm pleased to know that.
Sorry to disappoint.
Can't please anyone these days.
Yeah.
Can't please
Blair this, Blair that, Blair the other, and then when he finally gets Blair, he's like, I didn't want Blair.
The choir youth of today.
I'll be pleased when I have Blair's severed head in my hands.
Good morning, townsfolk. You walk out into the town square to see Edgar Allan Poe, who's killed Carly with a gun.
Hi, Ben.
Hello. So, what are you thinking? Have you got your numbers straight? Are you ready for your explanation?
I think so. For clarification's sake, if I were to get it very close, you just tell me hot, not
yeah. I tell you,
it.
I might say you're really, really warm or you're boiling hot.
I
something
got
like
you.
that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Best of luck.
Okay. I'll share my info before anything else. So last night's info, I got a 0, and my final guess was having to do with powers not functioning properly, and I got very hot. So I think there's something to that, explaining the numbers and the sweetheart and the poisoning the drunk, potentially making people's information not quite right throughout the game. It would at least make some sense to me. But
I have a question.
He didn't say I got it bang. Yeah, go ahead, Blair.
Well, in regards to that, if you have the drunk ability, that is your ability. So it that would technically be working correctly if
right.
your information was incorrect. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, cool.
Where's this other outsider?
That's
well, it's me now. It's me now.
I think it
Should
was.
I
I think
should
it was
go
me.
ahead and it was you.
Yeah, go for it,
So
mate.
I will go ahead and sorry, Tom. Sorry.
Oh no, you go for it. I want to hear this.
Okay. So I am the cannibal. And you have all been very tasty meals throughout the game, although I don't know how much of it has actually been that worthwhile other than like learning potentially who is good. So the first day we killed Mara, I ate her up real good, but then was made drunk because Dom had a drink with me that night. So my names are useless, but Mara, your name still might be worthwhile if you want to share those.
I will share those. My names were Dom, Tom, and John. They all rhyme.
Yes. And then we killed John. Who did we kill after that? Well, the next power that I got was John's.
Yeah, because we killed Dom, but he didn't die.
Yes, we tried to kill Dom, he didn't die. So then I ate John and became the lycanthrope, to which I tried to choose Tom, but nothing, Tom didn't die, and last night I chose myself, and I did not die, so I do believe that John was our drunk, and I've just eaten the drunk token.
That makes so much sense.
So yes, I do still think we should, you know, obviously look at Tom because of Mara's information. But yeah, that is my info. And
Okay.
there we go.
Clarifying question for the storytellers. If Blair the cannibal was in fact the drunk, you could just choose whatever you'd like to trigger in those days, correct?
Yeah, because
Like at night with her. Okay.
At that point, the drunk's ability is that they think they're a townsfolk, but they're not. So that's
Yeah,
quite
you would just-
difficult to replicate for a cannibal that's eaten a drunk.
Yeah.
So I'll generally just give whatever nonsense we feel like.
Okay.
Hello, Kelly. I have a couple of things to add to Blair's thing. Because Blair and I have been talking every day.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, Blair cannot possibly be the demon because she was definitely drunk on night 2 because Dom wasn't. And Dom picked her on night 2 and somebody died that wasn't who John picked. So a demon had to have picked. And what else did I have? I had something else. Oh, yeah. I have a weird suspicion, and this is just off, this might be wrong, that Carly was the imp who just passed to Tom, and Blair got the person who made her drunk and 2 evils while she was drunk. I also don't think if Blair was the drunk that the storytellers would have made her drunk. They would have made Dom drunk probably, I think, but that's just me. And this is all speculation, I don't know.
That's fair. So that does, and this is just a pure feeling thing here. I trust you, Mara, but that feels like a final day, what if, outlier kind of situation. But
I had it yesterday, but yeah.
Logically sound. Well, yesterday could have been a final day as well. I think you're on the level. I think in that list of 2 good uns and 1 bad un, I think your bad un is Minion John. And here's some stuff I learned last night. I am the choir boy. Carly was killed in the night, so I was given a name. I was given the name of Blair. There's also a good chance that I've been sweethearted, because that is a great. I don't want to meta here, although I am doing it and I want to do it. So technically, I want to meta. So
I do want to meta.
Yeah, so I could well have been sweethearting your choir boy. I mean, I'd do it. I'd do it for sure. So I could be a sweethearted drunk choir boy, being given Blair's name. So those are my thoughts. Someone do stuff with them. I'm going to take a drink.
All right, I think it's time, guys. The gong.
Fucking hell. All right, last player alive. Is it possible that I've also been like the leech, the good person leech?
The host.
What am I trying to say? Yeah, the host.
I think I got good info. Otherwise, I don't think I'd still be alive.
Okay, so
because if I was getting bad info, I don't know why they'd keep me.
Okay.
Or why they wouldn't keep me.
Here's the thing though, right? Are we sure that, because Mara, I think your information's good. I really don't see a way. I mean, like, unless you were
Unless
made,
it's Vortox,
unless you're poisoned the first day somehow.
I don't see how that's happening.
I think
it could be
But
the
Mara's information doesn't help us here.
Well, it does because Tom is still alive.
But it says evil players, and John was on there too. So if there's a world in which it's like one or the other, then it could just be an evil minion that was listed too, if that's possible. So like it's a maybe. That's all.
Yeah, I just
my
think,
gut says Tempest. I can't nominate, but that's what I would be doing right now if I could.
I think Tom was the minion until just today. Genuinely, that's my gut feeling. I don't have to go with anyone else until anyone else. But yeah.
Okay, worldview. I don't understand. Between Carly and Tom, there has to be an evil player, right? Like there has to be an evil player. Because if they killed Carly and Tom is in fact the choir boy, he knows who the king, the imp is.
Well, he said it's
it
me.
must have been sweethearted, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you've been sweethearted.
I was told that Blair, but if I was the target of the sweetheart, which feels like, a really good storyteller play, then I've been given the wrong person's name because I've been drunk since the sweetheart died.
Yeah.
But
Second call.
No, I think. Oh God.
Well,
I think it's
my worldview of what's left.
Tempest.
Yeah, I think the only one that makes
Tempest.
sense to me is Tom. I don't think Blair is the demon.
All right.
And I know it's
all
not
right.
me.
In that
I'm
case,
going to nominate Tempest.
Okay, it's in there. Tom has chosen Tempest. Tell us why.
It's either Tempest or Blair. I'm trusting Carly's gut on this one. Although the face Carly is making now makes me think rot roll.
No. I have relevant info, but I'll share after.
Okay, yeah, it's either Tempest or Blair. I think I know I'm trying to read Blair's face.
It can't be Blair.
I'm just so annoyed you
It's
jumped
okay,
in
man,
when I
it's
was about to
nothing.
nominate
Like-
you.
Like if it can't be Blair, it's Tempest. It's not me. I'm the choir boy. It's not Carly. Carly's the king. If it can't be Blair, it's Tempest. I don't know what to say. I feel like that's probably where I'm leaning to, like 1% more than the other. Yeah, Carly, what do you got?
Oh no, I realized it wasn't. It was not helpful.
You got an
actually.
emotional whiplash.
So
Christ.
actually, no. Actually, I think it is. No, I think it is because I think with Mara's information or with the Tom, sorry, I'm like flustered because I really just with the Dom information with Blair, I think we can all feel safely confident that it's not Blair. That Blair is like a goodie, probably either drunk or inhaled a drunk or something like that, or a minion. With that, Sullivan was killed. Sullivan was killed as the cult leader who's not a threat, who was sitting next to Blair and Tempest at the time. And it's not a helpful kill unless you're worried about someone switching alignments on you. To me, like my gut is saying Tempest in every way. I would have doubled down with Blair with Tom, but I think something's askew. Maybe the sweetheart. I really, really think it's
think
Tempest.
it's time we head from
sorry, very
Tempest.
emotional.
So Tempest.
I mean, to just respond to that bit, I could see a world in which the cult leader gets offed just because there's the possibility of the cult leader securing a win for the good team. But otherwise, I mean, I think it's Tom. I think it's been Tom and Carly. I think she passed it to Tom just now. There's more to me pointing in that direction. I think Mara's information is good. And to me, I think we've had this problem before where we're shown the answer and we say, nah, there's other possibilities than that. And Mara's answer being one of the evil players is Tom. And then Blair eating John, who could have been the drunk. That all makes sense. And to me, it's our best course of action. It's an answer that's like based on something other than just suspicion.
Okay.
Right, let's run
The
it.
number required is 2. Here we go.
Are we voting for Tempest?
It's up to you.
I
don't
really
know.
I think it
know what
might
to
be
do.
Tempest. Oh god.
Why?
maybe it's
My
Tempest.
guts are all over the place. I don't know.
I'm still thinking it's Tom,
Come on,
but
Sully.
like I'm.
3 is enough.
So Brooke.
Tempest on the
Okay,
block.
Brooke.
2 direct shoots.
You were the sweetheart, right?
I was a sweetheart, absolutely. So there's a new drunk knocking about. I think John was our original drunk. That makes sense to me. I believe that between Mara and Blair, that seemed like too big of a bluff unless you two are evil together. Like that, it just seems insane to me.
Yeah.
I think that Sullivan, I was kind of clearing Tempest because of Sullivan's not changing alignment, but he could have been evil all along. I definitely could see that being the case. And so,
Sully.
as a result,
What?
I'm being slandered. What?
Being slandered from beyond the grave. I'm absolutely furious.
If Sully is evil, he has, But yeah.
And I think if you are in fact the noble information that we got had Tom in both lists, I think they would give a minion over a demon.
Don't worry about mine though, because I was drunk that night, so
Final
my names
call.
mean absolutely nothing. Oh,
I
fuck.
nominate Tom.
Tempest nominates Tom. State your case.
I don't think that it's Blair. I know that it's not me. Again, so far what we've got, the information that we have is pointing to Tom. Everything else is just suspicion. Like, again, even what Brooke just said, it's that Sullivan may have been evil aligned the whole time, but again, that's not really like based on anything. I don't know. To me, as I've said, the most sense here is Tom. I don't think it's Blair. I think it's Tom.
Okay, Tom.
I also don't think it's Blair, but, and here's the twist, I don't think it's Tom either. So,
Oh, Tom.
If I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong.
I think the statement, the information points to Tom, is not a factual statement. I think the information suggests it could be Tom, maybe, but it's not a case that we have some clear-cut information pointing to me. It's not even really the case there's a lot of information pointing to me. The only thing we've really got that I can think of, other than the fact that I'm alive and the game is still continuing, is that noble read of my name. I'm not the evil person on the list. I reckon that evil person was Minion JG. That's John Gracie, for all you people who are initials blind. So other than what I've said before, there's not really much else to my defense. I'm the choir boy. I got a read on Blair. I reckon I was made drunk when the sweetheart was killed. I reckon Tempest is our demon. And I don't think there really is a lot pointing to me other than that one bit of noble and then drunk cannibal info.
Folks, this is because Blair is the only person who can nominate. I don't believe Blair will nominate herself.
No.
This is the final vote of the game. If you have had something you've wanted to say for a while, do say it now. Otherwise, we are going to run this vote.
What do we do?
Okay. We've currently got...
As the imp, I would not claim that an imp is alive. I genuinely think that, like, it's Tempest. Okay. But
does this vote start with Tom?
This vote starts with Brooke. Tom is the last to vote on Tom. We currently have...
I already voted.
We currently have 3 votes on Tempest, so 3 would tie, 4 would execute. Here we go.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Someone needs to put their hand down. Someone needs to put their hand down.
Oh, yeah.
This is...
I don't know. I don't know.
Really, somebody else needs to put their hand up.
Oh wait, don't tie it! Don't tie it!
Somebody
Don't
else
tie
needs
it!
to put their hand up.
Let's go, boys!
We're done.
Oh no.
Was it Tempest?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Wait, can I still nominate myself and tie?
Yes, you
No,
can.
that'd be silly.
Yeah.
That would be
Well,
silly.
If
no.
you'd like.
No,
And then
that's
Tempest will
silly.
kill.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
but I still.
Make
oh
it,
no,
make it
'cause I'm
official,
drunk.
Daddy Ben. Make it official.
No,
Tom is
damn it.
executed and dies. The game ends, and congratulations go to the evil team.
Of course it was Tempest. Of course it
Is
was
Bl-
Tempest.
Is
Guys,
Blair
I
the
think you
minion?
really-
Is that
I'm
me?
so annoyed.
I think you're
Is that
really
me?
gonna.
Am I on the evil
Well,
team?
you're about to find out because this app has a grimoire reveal feature.
Blair is the
I don't
minion.
even
I'm so
know.
angry.
Do-do.
Oh, look
Do-do,
at
do-do,
that.
I told you,
do-do.
Blair.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Look at this.
yeah, I know, right?
Ah.
So I think we'll kick things off with where shall we start? We'll kick things off with Dom the Sailor. Dom was the sailor.
Yeah.
He didn't die once when executed. He also couldn't die to a lycanthrope on the night that John picked him because Dom was the sailor and he was immune to death. He actually attempted to drink with the imp Tempest on the night that Dom died. So obviously we made Dom drunk and Tempest killed him. We had Brooke the sweetheart, who was the core contributor to why Blair got no useful information for the entire game. Blair was the cannibal. However,
Sorry,
the one
Blair.
night that Blair would have got legit info was the night that Mara the Noble had been gobbled up by her. But unfortunately for Blair, Dom drank with her. So every single night of information Blair got was perma nonsense, unfortunately. Carly was the king. Carly was always the king. Carly survived long enough to kill, to see that Tempest was to see that there was an imp in play, but nothing beyond that. We had Tom, who believed he was the choir boy, but he was in fact the drunk.
Shit.
Was John the marionette? Is that what's
It was that,
happening?
yeah.
Yeah, so last night we lied to Tom and told him
Drinking that
Blair was
comedian
cannibal.
wine.
We had Sullivan, the
That's
cult
not
leader, who
comedian wine.
remained good for the entire game. We were going to turn him evil the night that Tempest killed him, and then possibly turn him back to good later if we felt good was struggling. But we never had the opportunity to do that. And that leaves John, who wasn't the lycanthrope, he was, in fact, the marionette to our imp.
Found that out halfway through the fucking game. Holy shit.
You poor thing, mate. 2 games in a row.
I was
who
just
you
chatting
are.
to Tempest on like day 3. I was like, what are you, Tempest? He was like, I'll tell you what you are. Fucking marionette.
Oh,
I was like, there's no way John plays that way as a minion in the first night, because he wasn't a minion in the first day. He thought he was
wasn't.
the lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
God
Jesus
damn it.
Christ.
I still don't know if
so-
I was definitely marionette at the end.
It was exceptional as storytellers to watch John dominate the conversation and then have everything turned on him by Tempest. Like Tempest is just like, let him run wild, let him establish himself, let him get all the good vibes out there, and then he turned him, twisted him.
Absolutely
Wonderful to
hateful.
watch.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
Well done, Tempest.
I felt I played 2 whole
was great.
games of Blood on the Clocktower in one there.
I couldn't have a world where Tom wasn't evil because John read so good on that first day.
Yeah,
but
no, I mean
Yeah.
that was fully why at the end there
was
went
good.
for Tom.
And
Oh
then the
man.
puppet master started pulling the strings.
I'm very sorry to Carly and Tom.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sorry guys. No, John, that fully convinced me that you were the evil ping. Or that
Yeah,
you
I
weren't
mean-
the evil ping. Yeah.
You know
I
what, Blair?
convinced
You've only
myself.
got yourself to blame.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Dom.
Didn't trust me. And then at some
Yep.
point, I voiced my concern. Maybe Tempest's evil. Blair
Oh,
was
were
like,
you
"No,
right, Dom?
No.
Were you right the whole
No.
game, Dom?
I was right. Tom was right.
It's amazing how you were always right the
The
entire
normal
game.
version, the mainstream
If only
version.
people would listen to Dom, eh?
If only people would listen.
He's not a pissed up sailor in the corner telling stories to himself.
He's an all-seeing God.
It has been proven that my gut is terrible.
Well,
It's like some biblical curse. You'll always see the truth and no one will ever believe you. Oh,
well,
you cruel genie, what have you done?
it leaves me with only this to say to close out the episode. As we reach this final hour, one last pealing of the tower, we bring you a request that we beseech you don't ignore, lest you yourself should come a cropper and be treated most improper by the blade of evil's chopper as our players were before. Then viewer, follow us on YouTube so you won't miss content more. Quoth the demon, get on board.
Oh, very good.
Very
I
good.
knew he was going there. I knew he was
Very
going
good.
there, and he got there.
Well done. Oh, Jesus fuck.